Yay, we're recording. Okay.
Okay, so, first of all, apologies for being in the exact same outfit as last week. Typically I come to these directly after work. Sorry. Anyway.
Okay.
So we're gonna start off, it's his birthday, and,
Yay!
for our Skype caller inners, I got him a birthday present. So that's what's happening right now. He's opening that.
Yay. So, Red left a little note on there for anybody that tries to zoom in on the lovely address here.
Thanks for giving them more of an opportunity to.
I'm gonna move to a different location. Apparently,
Bad signal?
me up from signal or something.
Alright, so yes. So what's happening here too is Chris, this is how professional we are. Chris is currently in some janky Walmart parking lot so he can Skype in without interruptions from his douchey step relative / parent.
Aw, it's Bird Person.
Not yet Phoenix Person in this.
Yay, Funko Pops.
So I got Bird Person. Yeah, so I got him a Bird Person pop figure.
That goes over here for now.
And the reason I got you Bird Person is because I knew you would expect Rick or Morty, so I got you Bird Person. Fuck you and your predictability.
Oh, you didn't get the one that's going for like $95,000 on eBay that has a little dong of Mr. Meese.
Oh, I saw that, yeah.
I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed of my community of Funko Pop collectors for shilling that.
This is when you say, thank you.
Thank you very much, Red.
You're welcome. Now, where the fuck's my Marie plushie?
It's shipped today.
Good. My birthday was last week. Alright, is Chris and Thurman still in? You guys have been oddly silent?
Yeah.
Alright.
I apologize. Just
That's
wanted
alright.
you to have your moment uninterrupted.
Well, I appreciate it. How about you, Thurman? Alright, cool. Any thoughts on the Bird Person pop figure that you guys didn't see, but I'm sure you can imagine?
I can imagine that it's pretty cool.
It is. It
Check
is.
my phone right now because, you know.
Anytime you move, it fucks up.
I'm just imagining Chris like Lion Kinging his phone right now, like standing on top of his car.
Oh, but what mom?
Yes, how am I doing that while I'm driving?
I don't fucking know.
Oh, shut up.
Whoa, Chris, are you in a
Distraction my ass.
are you in a mood right now?
My car's being a bitch.
Oh, well, don't therefore take out the bitchiness onto us. We're your loving friends.
No, I literally am telling my car, fuck you.
Oh, okay. I was like, geez, Chris, that was very aggressive.
I know where a light came up that said service traction off.
Ooh.
This is a new one for this podcast, or probably a lot of podcasts. Someone's driving while being on the podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, we're making history here. Did not mean to do that. Water just went everywhere.
Yes, Yang versus Link seem to have gotten a lot of hits.
Are we really starting with that?
Yes, I am. So, inside Planet Unity, Red made a compilation of in-game physics versus...
Oh, okay. I did it for fun. It was just fun. It was mostly just to fuck with Thurman.
And
Clearly I know nothing about versus battles. It was just for fun. I apologize. But I still think Yang is faster and has better durability.
so, linked inside the description of this video, there will be respect threads for both Link and Breath of the Wild Lane. Failure. I'm a little bit out of it today, as is everybody. So we got Yang's respect thread linked, and we got Link's Breath of the Wild respect thread linked, as well as the video from Planet Unity.
Oh, great. It's not even good.
It got the most attention in group out of anything for the last 6 fucking months. So yes, it is good.
I'm glad I was able to do that.
Okay. So,
I got too much attention, to be honest.
it might have, but it was fun trolling the hell out of everybody.
It summoned the fanboys from far and wide.
Thurman being one of them.
Their non-existent 2 cents in.
Thurman, you want to start?
Sense.
Yeah, Thurman, give me your defense.
Literally throwing Quickens change. What?
Do you want to start, Thurman, as to why Link would be Breath of the Wild? Link would beat Yang, so we can therefore destroy you.
I'm gonna let you guys go first since I'm gonna solo.
Okay, well, my main thing, and Chris has worded this pretty well. My main thing was that Yang, just the speed-wise in RWBY is just crazy. She has moments where she, like, shoots hundreds of feet backwards and is able to just, like... Have you ever seen Bleach? You know, like, Ichigo Byakuya and that part of the Ichigo Byakuya fight where Ichigo's just around Byakuya? That'd be her with Link, in my opinion, at least.
Thank you.
So, like, it's just that plus durability. She's, like, gone through concrete pillars. She's fallen at, like, terminal velocity from the sky. And just gotten up like it's nothing. So durability plus speed to me it's just Link's. You know, when you're running as Link, it's a normal run speed, maybe a little faster. And people say game mechanics. It's like that's canon. What do you want me to use?
Okay, so name one other fucking thing in the entire Hyrule Historia other than fucking game mechanics, and we will actually freaking pay you.
Don't say that. They'll find it. They'll find a way.
Oh, yeah, I know they will. I'm challenging the fandoms.
That he will pay, not me. He.
I will give you a Steam card valued at $25 if you can find anything in Hyrule Historia besides fucking game mechanics.
Okay. Chris, do you have anything to add on to that?
The quote that Red mentioned is the fact that Yang would literally dance circles around Link. And the reason why I state this is because of the fact that she can't shoot herself hundreds of feet in the air. But the best part about it is she uses it to fucking fly.
Yeah, the first part where they go into
the spit the air a few times and boom, she's over a fucking 1,000 feet away in 2 seconds.
Yep. And that's quick flying too. The best you could compare that to in Zelda would be or in the Breath of the Wild Zelda would probably be the gliding, which is slow and descending. As Toy Story says, falling with style.
Alright. So let's not forget the Atlas mech fight.
What?
The Atlas mech fight.
I don't know what that is.
Where freaking Yang is using her semblance and getting powered up by getting her ass destroyed, and then insanely powered up by her freaking semblance.
Right, yes, and basically the weakness, and before anyone, because Thurman's tried to claim that that's an OP semblance, basically if she uses that semblance and it doesn't get the victory right there, she's fucked. So, like, for example, if she uses the semblance, she powers up, she does not get the victory there, then she's very effed, essentially. That they actually went into that in Volume 4.
Exactly.
But essentially, the fact that she can take... I don't even need to talk about the semblance. To me, again, it's just clear through speed and durability. But if Thurman would like to say shit, since he's the only one on Link's side and he gets very heated about it.
Alright, give me a second. Let me...
You don't get a second. We're live. We're not
We're
live.
live.
Well, we're live, quote unquote.
I mean, I could put this
here's
live.
The thing. Every single time we have this debate, you claim that the game mechanics are bullshit for it. When it's the only thing we see for Breath of the Wild is game mechanics and cutscenes.
I'm trying to think like of cutscene stuff in Breath of the Wild.
What are we supposed to base it off of?
Okay, with that,
we said it. Full Link throughout all the games, that would make sense for you to sit there and talk about the lore between all of the games and any other shit for the games, and not just game mechanics. But with Breath of the Wild, we don't have anything besides the game and its cutscenes.
And I even went and looked inside the walkthrough for anything outside of what is shown in game, and there was absolutely nothing besides beautiful art. But who cares about art?
Hey, whoa, excuse me?
For feats, there's no freaking art.
David, that's too far.
We know an artist person now in the Discord, and she's awesome.
But it shows nothing for feats.
Yes.
Shout out to Utena. You know what? We're putting Utena's fucking channel in the description. She has more subscribers than us, and we're still gonna just link her. I don't care.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, just fucking do it. Utena's drawn Red and I for a D&D thing that we've been doing.
It's super kawaii.
Thurman,
He's
your
a great fucking artist.
Thurman, argue Link now or forever hold your peace.
You guys were like talking, so you know.
Okay, go.
Well, first, let me debunk all this game mechanics bullshit. Because I can't believe I actually have. I've explained this to so many people, and it's still not getting through anybody's head. It's like repeating what I've been saying, and I've proven this multiple times. I've destroyed many people with this argument, but I guess it's you guys.
A lot of build up to
add
this.
that to my list.
Okay, Thurman, if it was any other Link, I would say no game mechanics, but there is no manga, there is no freaking short anime videos that have been made for Breath of the Wild yet.
You guys are lowballing. You guys are lowballing every video game character in every existence with this. You're even lowballing the Arisen, Dragon's Dogma, etc., etc., etc.
No, we're not.
In
Dragon's Dogma, there is proof of their ability.
Thank you, thank
Of
you,
it,
thank
and
you,
there's
thank
also
you.
the character statements.
In that game, can you die by normal means? Yes or no?
Yeah, but you have to push yourself exceptionally fucking hard to.
Wait.
You asked him a question. He can answer.
Hold up.
Hold up.
No, you're talking about Dragon's Dogma. I'm gonna screw you right here, right fucking now. Game mechanics wise, there is a fucking fight where they sit there and open up a goddamn rift that is where the pawns live from. And that rift is basically a fucking black hole, and it sends you to a different plane of existence. It kills your pawns instantly, they get sucked in. And you know what you can do? You can actually fucking run away from it. And this is from a goddamn universal being. So don't claim that Dragon's Dogma, fucking, I'm so pissed right now. Dragon's Dogma's game mechanics are bullshit. The game mechanics are some of the things that prove how strong they fucking are.
Thank you.
Like, and to add on to that,
Let me go on YouTube and look at Dragon Dogma gameplay and see. Let me see.
Look up the fight with Daemon. Look up the fucking fight with Daemon.
And you will be proven wrong instantly on that.
and
But we're still not arguing Dragon's Dogma shit.
to go further into that as well.
So don't look it up right now. Don't look it up right now. Do it later.
That'd be a bit.
I'm looking it up. I'm looking it up right now because you guys are using game mechanics to lowball, basically saying. So I'm guessing Mario is really weak because he dies in one
We're
hit.
asking for actual feats, and we're asking you to actually give us information we can use. Besides you stating that in the past, in other games and in other source materials, Link has done this shit. Where has he done it in Breath of the Wild?
That was the damage done. That was brought up by Sajay. By this fucking battle that we actually had to use. So, blame Sajay for this.
Sajay, first of all, don't even. Sajay literally puts Ultron Sigma with little feet against a multi-versus god.
We're straying off course right now. Let's stay back on Link and Yang. But
Yes.
what I was gonna say was just
So,
to have a bet. Hold on, I get a turn.
What is Yang's max speed?
I don't know if it's been
Can you
exactly
calculate?
clocked, but she's literally like flying. We sent you that GIF with her flying through the forest. I mean, I don't know if it has been I don't know.
It was Mach
Down,
3.
but
At
you
the
watch
very
the scene
least.
From the episode, she's literally traveling hundreds upon hundreds of feet.
In seconds. Yeah. Which Link can't do
She
that.
cleared more than half of a fucking forest.
Here's the thing, Thurman. If you don't want to say game mechanics, fine. But can you show us at least even one instance in the entire game of Breath of the Wild where Link can travel hundreds of feet in 1 second, or in a second or so? Like it doesn't have to be. It can be game mechanics. It can be cutscenes. It can. If they come out with a manga, show me that. But has there ever been anything that shows Link going that fast in Breath of the Wild?
So I'm looking at her respect bed right now, and it says her best speed feat is dodging automatic fire.
That's one of them.
Link has dodged lightning, and lightning is faster than automatic fire. So
Okay, I'm
Okay,
going
well-
to correct that respect thread right there. He did not dodge actual lightning. He dodged a lightning-infused arrow. There is a distinct difference.
That's still lightning. That's still the element. Was the elemental still lightning based. Was it covered in lightning?
But
It still counts.
that's like saying hold on.
No, that is a goddamn arrow.
Yeah.
It is just an elemental arrow.
Goddamn arrow moving at the speed of an arrow.
Chris is so mad.
It is literally that.
Well, that's like saying Thurman. That's like saying if I threw a baseball at you that had lightning on it, it's not as fast as lightning. It's still a baseball that will shock you.
Right. It does max of 2 freaking hearts.
Also, let's say I give you
I'm not trying to get pissed off at you, but you are saying dumb shit.
Also, let's say I give you.
Like cannon.
Hold on, wait. Let's say I give you the lightning thing. I'll give you that. Let's say he dodges lightning, right? That's still the difference between reaction speed and like movement speed. Okay, so at the most I would.
Reaction speed is better than movement speed.
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying. At the most, I'd give you a stalemate then, because let's say in that instance, let's say he actually did dodge lightning, it would be an instance of Yang is faster in terms of like movement around, but she'd never be able to hit him because of her reaction speed. So therefore, it would be a stalemate in my mind.
Red. This is the reason why reaction speed is better than movement speed, because movement speed doesn't necessarily help you. For example, let's take Flash for instance. Yes, Flash's ability is literally super speed, but he's speed in all categories: reaction, combat, and lightning. Yang has to get in close to take a hit because Link has multiple defensive abilities.
She does have shotgun gauntlets, but I mean.
Shotgun those shotgun gauntlets are more than hundreds of feet in range.
But Link can
The
dodge.
preferred fighting style is getting up close and using them for extra damaging punches with her strength and the shotgun force combined.
Yep.
What she can do, though, is literally launch projectiles hundreds of feet at the speed of bullets.
And Link is faster than that.
Okay, so a bullet travels a hell of a lot faster than a fucking arrow.
She has to, plus she has multiple shields. And you must understand, you gotta lowball Link to like supersonic speeds. Yang is only supersonic speeds from dodging automatic fire. I'll even look up the max speed automatic fire is. How fast?
Make sure it's from like an AK. What was that? Like an AK-47?
Yeah.
Because it's with the DJ that was parroting Deadmau5.
Yeah. Seriously, dude. If I shot my pistol and I shot my bow, one would travel a hell of a lot faster than the other, and that's not even freaking automatic.
So this one says the high end is 22,700 miles per hour or 4,300 kph. Now if we look at lightning.
Oh, he's still going with the lightning thing.
Lightning is actually close to lightning.
Okay. Thurman, I'm gonna
So
say
lightning.
this.
6,000. Wait, that's a lot. That's a lot of numbers. So I'm just gonna, since I'm not good at math, I'm just gonna say the high end, because technically lightning is light. Technically, it's speed of light in the vacuum. Okay, so 299/792 kilometers per second, and that's it's basically in mph. I forgot what that thing is. It's 160,616,629. So I don't know what you got the Yang is dancing circles around Link from, but that's not happening.
Okay, if we
When does he move?
Hold on. That's game mechanics. That's like saying Sonic isn't faster than light because
When does he move that quickly in the cutscene, then? When is he mentioned to move that quickly in the game?
You have to scale. Because the thing is, game mechanics is all player skill. But does that necessarily mean that character is weaker based on that character's skill?
Character skill. Okay. Again, cutscenes and statements.
Not all characters have cutscenes and statements.
So then you're coming up with this shit out of nowhere.
Prove it then. How are you able to prove it in any way, shape, or form?
Because your argument now is there's no evidence, so Link wins. Okay.
Seriously. I'm bringing out the fucking Switch!
There's evidence that this is not true, so it is true.
I won't find me a Lionel!
Just for record, for all the viewers, they get really heated. They're getting really heated right now.
Chris is getting pretty heated.
I'm not getting heated. I'm bringing out a fucking Switch, and I'm going to show a freaking Lionel.
The speed of an arrow is, Thurman, the average speed of an arrow from a compound bow is 329 feet per second.
Thank you!
An arrow shot in medieval times. Do you have any idea how fast that is? Not fast at fucking all.
I'd be willing to, like, yeah.
More powerful than a medieval
And
bow.
even if you want to, like, double or triple the speed of the arrow, like, oh, it's got lightning on it, so that somehow makes it faster, it still wouldn't be faster than a bullet.
I mean, it's still lightning infused.
That makes no sense. Listen.
That's like fire. That's like a fire.
Thurman.
Let's take magic. Let's take magic.
Arrow.
That lightning
magic at the speed of a regular arrow from the game.
So, Thurman, let me ask you something. If I have a lightning sword and I swing that sword, is the sword going faster?
If it's a magic infused sword. Well, it actually depends. It really
There,
depends,
lightning arrow.
But you probably have to go closer.
Let me see the send me a link to the
I
arrow.
don't know if I can.
Because I'm looking at here and it says he's dodged attacks from a Thunderblight Ganon, and it's actually taking half damages, so that's mostly probably
I wish there was a share
Go
function.
closer. You gotta, like, get your up.
Yeah.
Faster in eyesight is very, very possible.
Yeah, there's a fucking glare.
It's
only bad.
Faster than eyesight.
But anyway.
Yeah, now shoot it. Let it
My bow broke. Who cares?
Yeah.
Even the gods know I'm right. The gaming
So-
gods are like, you're all ganging up on him. He knows
So,
what he's talking about.
anyway, yes, there is weapon degradation inside Breath of the Wild, if you don't know.
Well, all I was gonna say though is,
and
like,
it says here that he survived lightning. He survived getting struck by lightning.
yeah, I never argued that his.
Not already times in real life.
Yeah, and his.
Already.
I'm not saying.
Really.
Listen. I don't think that his. I don't like. We were talking about game mechanics. That and I what Chris says about it actually proving good shit for the characters is important as well, because Link, as we see with how little fall damage there is in Zelda games, specifically in this case Breath of the Wild, he does have good durability, and I use those game mechanics to say that he has good durability. But Yang has better durability. She's fallen from literally because someone did the clocks, or like someone clocked it from how high she was up in the food fight thing. She probably fell. I think it was like at least a couple miles with how high she was at. So and Link, that's an insta kill for Link. Link can fall a very high amount, but not that high.
Okay, and the fact that
So
he
being
got...
struck by lightning is such a way better.
She's also... Has she not...
You know how...
Okay, listen. Fucking... Listen. Hold on. Thurman. Grunt characters in RWBY have been struck by lightning and lived.
Exactly.
Nora like did the lightning thing in that one tournament
Yes.
match, right? And they were just random other people from schools, and they were like, and they just kind of like were like, basically.
It sounds like a gag. What you're telling me, it sounds like a gag meme.
Is it? I don't know.
We've never seen characters again to know if there was any...
What's the name of it?
What?
That particular scene?
I'm more than happy to listen until you guys prove your point. But from what I'm hearing right now, you guys aren't changing my mind here.
Same with what you're saying, because you're trying to... the weirdest thing you've...
One question.
Go ahead, Chris.
Did that fucking arrow that was infused with lightning move several thousands of times faster than a regular arrow?
No. I don't know how good the quality of my little shared video of me shooting a lightning arrow, because I didn't want to fucking fast travel all over the map to try to find a Lionel, because I've been Lionel hunting.
No, it moves exactly the same as other arrows.
Yeah, exactly.
I've missed enemies with lightning arrows before. It doesn't...
Yeah.
It's just...
That game mechanic.
I understand what you're saying. So basically what you're saying, then how do you, then I go back to my original question, Thurman. How do you prove it? If there's no other things, how can you possibly say, unless it's either stated or shown in a cutscene that it's faster, how can you prove that it's faster?
The answer is you can't.
You have to.
If you say you have to assume, you've already lost.
No. For example, that gang, that feat that you said, that gang falling down from the sky. How do we know that feat was actually impressive unless somebody calced it or
Someone calced it. Death Battle calced it.
The feat.
Yeah,
because they calced the feat, correct?
Death Battle did, yeah.
Yes. Anybody count any of the fucking feats linked yet?
Wait. Now, beforehand, we had no idea how impressive that feat was because we didn't know how far she flew. That was literally we had no information on that feat besides the fact that she was knocked out. We didn't know how high she was knocked up, but that she kept falling back down. Now, we had no idea how impressive that feat was until somebody counted it. So
Okay.
what's the difference between that and this now?
The difference is that we with RWBY we use what we see and we calc it. Someone calcs it. With Breath of the Wild, with Breath of the Wild we use what we see and someone calcs it. The difference here is that you're trying to say that what we see in Zelda is not equivalent to what we see in RWBY. And again, I would listen to you if there was a manga, an anime, a cutscene moment, a mention that he was faster, but there's not. So we have to use what we have.
Exactly. That's why the whole purpose of bringing this up inside the podcast was to show how bullshit this fight actually was. The fact that somebody came up with it.
Well, yeah. Someone just shared it, and then we started talking about it, and Thurman was like really adamant about Breath of the Wild. Like, if this was just Link overall, I'd be okay with Link winning because Link's done some crazy shit. But it's Breath of the Wild Link.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Link has fucking flipped the world.
If it was any other game, I would agree, but not this.
So you don't understand that Breath of the Wild is the weakest Link.
Actually, no.
Here, let me see.
CGI Link is the weakest.
Yeah, I think Wind Waker Link is probably the weakest, yeah.
CDI Link.
Oh, CDI, that makes sense, yeah.
CDI Link is the weakest because all that was literally just him talking and hitting a few goblins.
Exactly. Then it would be Wind Waker, and then Breath of the Wild.
No, yeah, I have no problem with, like, normal Link, like, Link overall winning, but the problem here is, and I'm not the one that chose, I'm not the one that, hold on, I'm not the one that chose that it was Breath of the Wild Link.
Admitting that if it was Composite Link or a Link from almost any other game besides, like, the CDI ones, he would at least have a chance, or depending on the game, completely destroy her.
Yes, but
like Hyrule Warriors, if we use that Link, he'd fucking win.
The fact that he flipped the fucking world. But the fact that Sajay actually brought this up as Breath of the Wild versus Link.
Yeah, that's what he said, Breath of the Wild Link.
That's why I had to feature this.
We're just going to have to agree to disagree on this one. Because we're going to be here all day.
You know, we've been 25 minutes
the
roughly.
The podcast is just going to be Link versus Yang. Who's right? So
we'll leave this for the viewers to decide.
Where we fucking do this shit anyways.
And
because we're just going to be going around in circles here.
Yes.
And wait a minute.
Well then, okay. Then I want to exit with one thing, and I want to see. Hold on, Thurman. I want to exit with one thing, and I want to see if you can legit give an answer to this. And okay, is there anything that you can use from the entirety of Breath of the Wild that would prove at all your point? Before you're answering, the only reason I'm saying this is because if the answer to that question is no, then you're literally just using speculation.
Judging from what he has, his abilities, he has shit on that ability. Matter of fact, I might use him in a debate. It's gonna be fun. Okay, so given from what he has, he can actually. He says here he can manipulate metal objects, which is actually can go to his favor because if I recall correctly, your gauntlets are metal, correct? Are made of metal.
We could also get into the fact that the robot arms.
Yeah, so
yep.
So that's a humongous case here.
What I will.
He has the stasis ability, which freezes people in time for 10 seconds.
Mm-hmm. And those are.
And then he has Prognosis, the ability to create blocks of ice in any surface of water without
Those are fair points, but here's what I'll bring up. Number one. Oh, sorry.
And he has a lot of spirit abilities. Mipha's Grace when Link dies in battle, he's fully healed. So
which is once every half hour, by the way. So
Yang,
I don't picture a battle with Yang lasting a half hour.
He has a Dark Force protection where targeted enemy Dark will block any attack or rebound any projectile. But I don't know.
Which all of these are limited though.
Yes.
Okay, so this that's a force field. That
Yes.
throw back attacks. So I mean that can be in his favor. He has a lot of abilities. And then he has Blade, Spirit.
Yeah, and here's my response to my response to all of these are this. Number one, with all of the things that require aiming, like time stasis and magnesis, those are things that I could see him maybe getting her with, but the problem is those require pretty delicate and precise aiming, and she's going to be zipping around him like a jet. So I would say that might be a bit hard for him to do. Number two, when it comes to the healing ability and the force field ability, both of those are limited, and all it would take would be, just multiple hits to wear him down with those abilities. Those would help for sure. I think those would help him last longer, but I still don't think he'd win.
I gotta agree here.
It's like he can slow down. He can receive time.
Oh, and speaking of the slow down time thing, on stronger enemies, which Yang would definitely count as, because 10 seconds is for grunts. Stronger enemies, it freezes them for like 1 to 2 seconds. So
yeah. Try doing that on a Guardian. You will get raped.
Yeah.
I think they did that so people wouldn't just cauterize bosses.
Exactly, but that's still the only canon that we have for how long that power lasts.
Exactly.
So, I believe that for the sake of everybody's
we can agree to disagree.
Yeah.
For the sake of everybody staying sane and everyone staying on good terms, we'll just say agree to disagree here, and
this is what I'm going to say about it.
I respect your opinion.
Until there is actual conclusive evidence, statements, cutscenes, DLC shit, if any of that shit actually shows Link going faster than light, or mentions him being a lot stronger than what he currently is, then I'll admit defeat.
Yeah.
If there is an anime, if there is a fucking manga, if there is any of that shit like Red said, if there is another canon material that we
give
have
it a
to
year
choose from, then I'll agree.
Well,
disclaimer to all our viewers, disclaimer, both of you debaters, please do not flame up the comments.
No. Feel free to drop the shit in the comments. Who you think would win?
David, Legend of fans are very, 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 very.
Oh, I know exactly what I'm walking into, Thurman.
Here's what I'll ask. Feel free to argue about it in the comments. Just don't be assholes.
Exactly.
Just be fair.
I will delete anything that is directly insulting anybody in the comments.
And that's not us being like don't insult us. You can insult us all you want.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah, just don't fight.
If you're gonna insult me, most likely I could debate pretty much anybody who's got the comment in the
Exactly.
comment section and call me stupid. So
but if you are targeting another commenter, I will delete it.
Yeah, but if you target my friends, I'm coming after you, so
he's a fucking anime character, man.
Only I can do this to Chris, David, and Red. Any of you can fuckers try to mess with my friends, then I'm coming after you.
Aww, my heart's melting.
I fight for my friends.
So
okay, on to the next topic. We spent a half hour on this.
Yeah, that's fine. Worth it.
Worth it,
We spent
yes.
a half hour on the death battle anyways.
Exactly. So, Thurman, your topic you wanted to talk about was the 1 minute melee and death battle.
More death.
all right. So the 1 minute melee versus death battle. Okay. So first, let me just say, because first we had a member in Planet Unity comment, isn't death battle 1 minute made us by the same people? For those of you who don't know, 1 minute melee is its own separate thing now. They branched away from Screw
It's
Attack.
produced by Huon's Dojo.
I noticed that, yeah.
I don't know fully, but apparently Maui and Screw Attack Crew had some beef. I don't know the full extent of it. Apparently Maui did a Twitter post explaining the whole situation. I don't know. we're not going to pick sides here since I like both.
Same.
So, it's up to you to decide who's in the wrong, who's in the right, whatever. So for now, the topic is one thing that death battle. So me personally, I can't choose. I feel like both are well animated, both are enjoyable. The only difference is that Death Battle does research and One Minute Melee does not.
If we're choosing between I much prefer Death Battle. I like the long drawn out shit. In fact, 1 Minute Melee is literally just random. It means nothing. It's just it's like fireworks. They mean nothing. They're gone in a minute, and it's like a light show for your eyes. It means nothing because there's no conclusive evidence.
I mean, it's beautiful
like
and everything, but
Ewan's Dojo, it's just impressive as far as animation goes.
Yeah, I guess. I just prefer it. Like, I think there was Meruem versus Cell. Am I correct?
I'm not even. I'm saying the hell out of
listen,
this.
Listen. I am the biggest Hunter x Hunter fan you're ever going to find in your life, but Meruem would not beat Cell. Cell destroys planets. So that's just stupid to me.
The thing with me is that One Minute Melee is more for entertainment value because, like Red, as you know,
that's all they are.
As you know, on my shirt, this weekend.
Oh.
Feature shirt.
Well, hold on. Before you say it, Thurman, we can't. The Crunchyroll will never put that shirt through. If you want to try Cafe Press, be my guest.
What?
We're talking about the fictional violence and sex shirt. Ooh, fuck yeah, give me some of that shit.
Yeah, go ahead.
Fuck.
So, what's all my on besides sex is fictional violence, and I'm pretty sure most of us enjoy watching a character beat up another character. It's like
True.
That's most of the reason why we play fighting games, why we like shonen, anime, manga, and etc. So this is basically a way for entertainment. Now,
I get what you're saying, Thurman, but my response to that would be, hold on. My response to that would be, to me, when there's no research behind it, it's about as worthwhile as a filler from an anime. So, like, yeah, it's kind of fun, but at the same time, I actually typically don't even bother watching 1 Minute Melees because I know they don't mean anything. That's just my mind, how my mind works, personally.
All right.
But I totally understand your enjoyment of them. No judgment here. Just, you're asking, I figured I'd put in my personal opinion there.
Okay, so 1 Minute Melee for me is just, I'm stuck in lecture. Let me just watch a bunch of this shit.
Because the thing I like the most about Death Battle is they do the animations for it too.
Yeah, it's like better 1 Minute Melee.
Animation, but with research in it. It's like their fight with Gamera versus Godzilla. That's one of my favorite fucking fights in all of existence.
Don't forget all the trollish, butthurt fanboys of Superman and Goku.
Godzilla vs. Gamera was such a thought out process for the fight, and the animation for it was godly.
Alright.
That was an accident.
Let me bring this one up. Since we're talking about Death Battle. Voltron versus the Megazord.
Good, bad?
What are your opinions?
Oh, go ahead, Kevin.
What are your opinions on that shit?
I'm not a humongous fan of either. Judging from the research, it seems like that I know Death Battle is kind of iffy on the research.
In your opinion.
That much. Because honestly, after Bowser vs. Ganon, I only look at them as entertainment now.
Wait, hold on. Who did they have win in Bowser vs. Ganon? I haven't watched that one.
They have Ganondorf winning.
Okay, and what was your problem with that? Just try to summarize. Give me a condensed version of what your problem with that was. Don't spend.
It was wrong.
Well,
it was wrong.
Look,
they showed Bowser had better feats, but they Ganon win because of a no limit balance.
All right, Thurman's a fanboy, so I'll go to you, David. What do you think?
I did not watch that one.
Okay.
Okay, Thurman, your profile picture for the longest freaking time was Mario.
I'm not afraid to admit if my characters lose, okay?
Are you?
Like, I'm biased, but not that biased.
Okay.
Like, if I had to choose between, eating shit and watching SAO, I'm pretty sure I'd eat shit. But,
I will hold you to that, sir. I will bring a cow shit to you. And then a Sword Art Online DVD, and I'll be like, really, Thurman?
I will fly out to
We're
California.
gonna strap you down to a chair and make you choose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will.
I'm pretty sure you'll watch Sword Art Online.
From that chair if you eat shit or watch SAO.
And if you eat shit, props to you, but I don't believe you.
I will bring the Taco Tuesday splatters.
Oh.
So, back to the discussion at hand. The reason why
Okay.
I brought this topic up is because, first, these two are considered like the top dogs in like fighting animation, besides like cartoon Fight Club. But I mean, we don't talk about that.
Yeah, I stay far away from that.
I tried, but their animation. We're not gonna diss someone else's channel.
No.
We're not blaming anyone. It's just my opinion. Please don't go harsh on me in the comments and go and have.
Human's Dojo is not just a couple people; it's a whole community of.
Oh yeah, animation-wise, I always respect animation. I would prefer there to be a little research. That's all.
Remember, this is our opinion, people. We're not blaming anybody.
Exactly.
And so it would come to pass that they could have gotten famous, but they didn't because whatever the fuck that channel is, Dojo, fucking crushed them.
Hey, let's be honest here. I will watch literally anything if it's animated well. I will respect the hell out of 1 Minute Melee's animation. I will respect the animation of any channel, but it's the communities that tend to drive me away.
I still disagree with that. That's a conversation within itself. The fact that if a fandom is shit, that shouldn't drive you away from the product.
so much because of pretty colors.
Okay, I'm going to explain that. For the longest time, I was a mod inside the Code Geass Reddit.
Oh.
The fandom drove me away from that Reddit because it decided to implode.
Who's best waifu? Who's best waifu?
And actually, that was the fucking discussion.
People take their waifus very seriously.
Yeah, and the fact that there was people threatening violence on people because they would not side with freaking Callan or with freaking C2. I'm like, I'm done.
Well, let's be honest here. C2.
I will give it to either. I'm not choosy. They're both hot as hell. But
I'm not a big fan of Callan, actually. Roast me.
But the fact that there was actual threats of violence over a fucking character.
And Red was found shanked in his room last night with a note that said, Colin is best waifu.
That's what drives me away. Just like with...
You know what? That's actually a conversation we haven't had. Who is our waifu from anime?
We'll save that for another episode.
For video games.
Should we?
That will be on the next episode.
Oh yeah, next episode we discuss waifus. You know you want to be there. best topic. You could be watching Off Topic. You could be watching fucking Team 4-Star. Do they have a podcast? I don't know. No, waifus. Waifus.
Okay.
My final say on the Death Battle versus 1 Minute Melee.
I think my
topic
textbook.
Is basically I like both. I feel like both are well done. Because 1 Minute Melee has said that they pick for sure they pick two characters in a hat, and whoever comes out is the winner that they pick. It's mostly just entertainment value.
Yep.
And
I respect the hell out of that disclaimer.
Write the disclaimer.
What do you in terms of the matchups that both have you? I'm pretty sure you guys have seen multiple Death Battle 1 Minute Melees.
Yeah.
Who do you think? Which side do you think has better matchups?
Okay.
For example, what I mean by that is the Death Battle has Marvel vs. Sonic, Gamera vs. Godzilla, has Godzilla vs. Bayonetta. On 1 Minute Melee has Mewtwo vs. Frieza, has Sonic vs. Flash, has
I think
Dante vs. Rapna.
I've found that 1 Minute Melee's matchups, because they don't need to adhere to research, are typically ones that would be, as you say, spites or squash matches or whatever the fuck you call them. Yeah. Because, for example, Meru himself, I am the biggest Hunter x Hunter fanboy in existence. Cell wins. Frieza, Mewtwo. I'm not. Does Frieza have or does Mewtwo have planet destroying feats at all?
But
He does. Oh, okay. I don't know.
Somebody counted a small planet thing special ability in Pokken tournament. But I mean, you can take it whatever you will.
All right.
Well, did you? I thought you said Deku Gon. Did you say Deku and Gon was the next one?
Yeah, Deku versus Gon.
See, that's one I legit want to see with research. I want to see that fucking shit with research, man.
Okay.
Alright.
That one will have my full undivided attention when it launches.
I'm gonna say this right now.
Okay, I'm just going.
Hold on, Chris wants to say something. Say again, Chris.
I'm gonna say this right now. Depending how far along the manga is with My Hero Academia, I might fucking give it to fucking Deku.
You gotta read Hunter x Hunter first, boy.
I know. I'm just saying I might give it to Deku because of sheer fucking destructive output.
I know what you're saying, but you have it. You need to finish Hunter x Hunter first. Right. I'm telling you, there's a certain form of Gon, and if they use that form,
Deku's getting raped.
Yeah, but they probably won't use that form because it would be unfair.
It would be completely squash. It would be a spite match.
Fuck, you know. Stop being spoiled.
Okay, so, yeah, I'm going to ask straight up, who won the freaking Ace versus Natsu one?
Natsu.
Of course.
Well, that actually makes sense, though.
Of course, he eats fucking
yeah, not just that, but Natsu's actually, they count him as faster and more offense as well. Yeah, because the thing with Natsu is, Natsu had more, Ace literally just attacked with fire. All of his attacks were fire.
Yeah.
Natsu actually had other shit. And again, I do not like Fairy Tail. It is a shit series, fight me. But, and One Piece is better written, but this is
not disagreeing with you.
Yeah, this is the trap that a lot of people fall into with death battles. They're like, but Ace is a better written character. It's not what death battles are about. It's about who would win.
Alright, so writing matters not in death battle. You could have the best written character with absolutely no fucking feats. Mm-hmm. And then you can have this shit character that, oh my god, and he's got this power, this power, this power, this power.
And that's actually why Natsu won, because Fairy Tail's written so shittily, he's so OP.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I agree. I totally agree.
Plus, the main thing about the reason why he'd win is since Ace is literally able to become fire as a form of attack, what the fuck does Natsu do?
He fucking eats him.
I actually really liked what they did, though. What they did was really clever. It was like, he becomes fire, realizes that Natsu can eat fire, therefore has to not be fire anymore, and then he's able to get the hit on him. I was like, oh, well, that's clever.
Yeah,
You didn't watch it.
Nope.
That's what happened.
I enjoyed the animation. Like, I would comment on the Sky Flame Melee fight, but they didn't come out one Saturday. I think they may have gone on hiatus.
Yeah, I was waiting for Gon Deku ever since you told me that, because I actually do want to see that.
Yeah, they might have been gone on hiatus right now.
Well, I'm assuming a lot of it's fallout from their little spat with.
Please, once you get that big as a channel, fallout doesn't affect you. What was I going to say? Last question, and then we should move on to that other topic. I actually don't know how do they determine who wins in a 1-minute melee? Is it random or do they vote?
It's RNG.
It is random.
Completely random.
I believe I was
What's the point then?
So they choose who they like as a better character, because they said that they had a Q&A live stream and stuff.
I hate it.
One of the questions was, how do you choose who wins? And they say like we pick the character is better, or other times they pick it, put because in the hat, they put it in the hat, and they pick out.
It's complete random. They should at least have like a vote.
Then you'd have alternate accounts voting. And,
yeah. I don't know. Either way, we should move on to the next topic.
All
right. Any final comments on that, Chris, while we figure out what the next topic is?
Like I said, 1-minute melee is just pure entertainment.
Yeah.
Death battle has research and stuff, so you can learn about characters. It is a good way to learn about character stuff. Even though some of the information might be lowballing or even wanking at times, it's still a good way to learn about a character.
Alright,
I agree.
I've never learned anything about a character from 1-minute melee.
Alright.
Crossfire!
Alright, I'm going to say one last thing on this.
The animations for Death Battle actually are fucking good too.
Yeah. I will agree.
It's just that nobody wants to watch a video that long.
I like him. I like him that way.
Hell, near the end of the semester when I was done with all my stuff for networking, that's what I did, is I just binge watched Death Battle. Because I had to be there for attendance.
I'm going to be making Flash animations on my own, so...
Yeah, we'll see about that. Animation's hard to learn.
Alright, so my last comment on this topic, and then we're moving on, is in my honest opinion, the only reason they chose the original Megazord is it was the most recognizable. If they would have chose any other Megazord, he would have fucking won. Moving on.
Oh, like Power Rangers?
Yes.
Wait, who did he fight again?
He fought against Voltron.
Voltron's who again? It sounds familiar. I don't know.
The freaking lions that form into one giant mecha.
Interesting. Okay, we should move on though.
Okay, Elder Scrolls 6 is assumed to be announced at E3.
Is it?
It has been rumored to be announced for the last 3 E3s, but I'm going to go on record and say that I want to see an Argonian Elder Scrolls. The reason being is there's so much fucking lore, especially if you read the novels. There's literally entire novels based on the freaking lore. And if they were to actually make that into a game, it would be one of the most interesting Elder Scrolls games ever created. I honestly think it would be Skyrim. Fight me. So, Chris, you're a big RPG player. So, what would you like to see in the next Elder Scrolls?
These are the places that they haven't gone to yet. They haven't gone to the Somerset Isles, where the High Elves live.
Yes.
They have not gone to elsewhere. In fact, it is my firm belief that elsewhere does not exist.
Thank you.
This is exactly why I say that. What if, because of the accents of the Khajiit, that they just believe they are saying a name of a country when they're literally saying, where do you live? Elsewhere.
Yeah.
I don't live here. I live elsewhere.
I'm being a coy bitch about it.
Now, the fact that he's saying that actually brings up a little bit of headcanon from Reddit. That has actually been a prevailing theory for years.
I know, and I thought I came up with that myself, but I'm glad other people think it too. Mm-hmm. That is literally what I think about that. But this is what I'm going to say. What I want to see the most is actually Hammerfell.
I would love to see that. Now, they did have that inside one of the Engage games, I believe, but it was so...
They had that inside one of the games, but this is the reason why I want it in its own game. Elder Scrolls Redguard was a game with a set story, a set character, and it was on a fucking linear story.
Yeah.
It was like a level-based game. It was a crappy game from the 90s that everybody wanted to play because of the fact that it was fucking Elder Scrolls. But the reason why I want Hammerfell in this is you've seen how beautiful some desert levels are with new fucking gen graphics.
Okay, let's take Uncharted.
Yeah.
Like Sand physics. Think about how amazing it would be, even just story-wise, for the desert.
Okay. Now, I'm honestly going to say this, and I want your opinion here. Do you think they'll actually go that way with all the Islamophobia?
What?
The Islamophobia.
What does that mean? Wait, fill a non-Skyrim player in.
Because the Red Guards are actually based on Arabic.
Oh, shit.
Do you think they'll actually go that route?
Probably not. Oh, shit. If it's really that... Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
But this is exactly what I want them to do, because I came up with the best idea for a fucking opening scene ever for it. Because every single fucking Elder Scrolls game where you get to make a character, you're some blank dude living in a prison for a bit.
Or on the block.
Then you get to change your race in front of people, just like... Some funny shit.
This is what I want it to be. Middle of the desert, there's some kind of black market trade going on, and you're supposed to be sold as a slave. You're in the middle of the desert.
That's a Game Grumps joke.
So they're doing this black market trade, and then guards like the Alakir or any of that come in and stop it, and then they just ask you who you are, and then you get to make your fucking character. But you start off in the middle of a desert.
And out comes a Shimtar, and you're shanking the slavers.
Exactly, that too. And the instant combat is just you beating up the slavers and shit, but still, that'd be a great scene. But the reason why I want Hammerfell so bad is because deserts have always been an amazing place in games. especially when they have places where they actually change from time to time. This is what I want them to do with it. I want them to have exploration for the deserts, to the point to where at certain times the desert changes form, and you might be able to find places that you didn't see before in the same area.
Like some windstorms came through, and then there's a temple.
Part of a ruin.
That would be awesome.
That's exactly what I want to see. Because deserts in every single game have those hidden shit in it. But what if you could play a game where you can literally sit there and explore tombs that haven't been seen in years because their entrance is blocked by a sand dune?
Wow, that sounds really interesting.
That is...
No, it actually does sound cool. I just don't play Elder Scrolls.
That's my pitch. That is my pitch for it.
Somebody fucking hire him.
The amount... Every time I discover a new talent that Chris has, I just feel worse and worse about myself.
No, how they describe Valenwood is that there's moving trees that are cities.
It's okay, Red. I'm just really fucking talented. You're kind of talented.
It's just I want to see how they do that for Elder Scrolls Valenwood, if it becomes that. Elder Scrolls 6, we're still not sure. It might just be Skyrim 2.
No. There has never been a direct fucking sequel.
To be fair, I don't know if they're anything like Nintendo, but there had never been a direct fucking sequel to any Mario 3D platformer ever, and then there was Mario Galaxy 2.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it was a good game.
It was a good game.
Yeah.
But I don't want Bethesda to dick out like that.
No, that'd be stupid. Yeah.
I mean, we already have Dishonored and Dishonored 2, which... Okay. Dishonored 2, biggest letdown, in my opinion, ever.
I haven't played it.
Well, you don't have a PS4 or Xbox One.
I had a friend who liked
The only thing that carried out was the fact that they mentioned that Emily is indeed the daughter of fucking Thor.
Who the fuck didn't know that?
Some people didn't. It was all speculation at first. Because all the characters in the game was like, is she the daughter of it? In the first game, nobody knew. And Corvo didn't talk, so you didn't know that he was. But the other thing I hate is I hate his voice in Dishonored 2. They took the voice of a fucking stereotypical Skyrim character.
You got that?
You know what he sounds like? It sounds like the dude you had to kill from the Thieves Guild in Skyrim.
Yes! I honestly think it's the same voice actor.
You can look that up?
It is.
No.
I'm not saying now, just at some point.
It is?
Voice actor.
I love...
Got his bathroom.
Good to know.
I love how they keep their employees in-house.
Oh yeah, it's like an anime dub where there's like the same 10 voice actors for everyone. like fucking the Bleach dub fell apart at the end. It was okay in the beginning, and then like I'd be like, there's literally the same voice actor in that group of like 3 characters.
Kaku, I'm Renji. I'm everybody else.
That's pretty much how it was, and it was really depressing how bad it was.
Oh, I'm Kenpachi. Nope, not anymore.
Oh yeah, Kenpachi was Jiraiya, and then they had the dude who did Gin. No, not Gin. It was the dude who did Ishin. Yeah.
I want more money because I'm actually a god tier.
No, I thought you were gonna make fun of them for it. I was like, they deserve more money, but they're getting fucked.
They got shit pay, so they left, which is what I would do if I was getting shit pay to do 30 different voices for different series.
I mean, to be honest, if I was a voice actor making over retail.
Right, it starts off like that until you get when you start off, you're doing it for passion, but after a while, and no matter how much you love something, it will become a job. You can still like it, but at some point, you're going to be like, maybe what I'm doing is worth a bit more money. Yeah.
All right. One of my favorite examples is the same person as voice Goku.
Sean Schemmel.
Both in dub and in sub.
Wait, what?
For the entirety of the freaking series.
Wait, what? No.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Especially in the sub.
The Japanese is some random old Japanese woman.
Yeah. It's been the same voice actor.
Oh, I thought you were saying they were the same person.
No.
I was like, what are you smoking?
No, it's the same voice actor for both the sub and the dub since the series of start.
Yes.
So,
Sean Schimmel's that good of an actor, but the reason why Akira Toriyama keeps the old woman as Goku is because he said, and I quote, "This is exactly how I imagine Goku would sound."
Exactly. If you're that fucking good.
Was it Goku? Was it Majin Buu? I don't know.
If you're that fucking good at your job, you are guaranteed a job for life.
Which, by the way, apparently, like, that's just what they love over in Japan. Old women that voice act main shonen characters. Because Luffy is also an old woman.
Yep.
Naruto, I don't know how it is in Japan, but in English dub, it's an old woman. And I've met her. She's pretty cool.
Yeah, she is.
Mm-hmm.
Just like...
Bart from The Simpsons is also an old woman.
Yep. Has been since the show started.
Can that show just end, please?
I would love it to.
Didn't the dude who did Ned Flanders leave? Like, if I was making that show and the dude that did Ned Flanders left, I'd be like, okay, no, we're done. You cannot... That is an iconic character and voice. You cannot continue that with Ned Flanders.
I figure they... Either one killed him off. Or two, they're just like, well, he's leaving to another country or some shit.
Oh, Ned Flanders, yeah. No, the fucking...
Family Guy almost each episode.
No, Jesus Christ just came back and he rose up and everyone else in Springfield didn't make it. That's what they should do. Oh, that's just the final episode with Ned is just like, bye, Homer.
or just they do another crossover with this freaking Family Guy cast and Peter just destroys Springfield.
Well, honestly, Family Guy sucks now too.
Oh my god.
Futurama was the only thing that stayed good, and then that ended. Which is, it's funny. We hate it when it ends, but at the same time, if it didn't end, we would start to hate it, just like every other show.
Actually, it did not end. It is continuing in the form of a fucking video game.
Interesting.
When I found that out and found out Tiny Code was doing it, I'm like, and I'm not pouring out any more money to a Tiny Code game. They already sucked up an entire 3 months paychecks for Family Guy Quest for stuff. They're not getting any more money from me. Okay, and as soon as Thurman gets back...
That's a long bathroom break. I think there's other things happening.
Thurman put down the hentai, bro.
Either he's taking a dunk or he's wanking it.
Which is impressive because he just finished wanking it, so... Ladies, he's got some endurance.
Oh,
again,
shit.
He's either taking a dump or wanking it and taking a dump.
No.
No.
Please.
There are some things that you should not do, and that is one of them.
If we ever get enough viewers to have people that make us fan art, that's fan art.
Yeah, that's a fan art.
That's a fan art we're going to sit there and just be like, we appreciate it.
But why?
Draw this.
We're also going to need Chris on an emu named Philip, stat.
Oh, God.
Alright, I'm back.
Okay.
Hey, did you wank it again?
No, I finished that a while ago.
I know. But that took a little bit longer than a normal pee. So either you dumped or you wanked or you...
I had to brush my teeth because he started this as soon as I woke up.
Oh, yeah, he's a California bitch.
Technically, it's my fault.
Nothing against Californians, by the way. He's just a bitch. So I was just saying, he's from California and is a bitch. They're not synonymous.
Unless you're a Kardashian.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're at an hour. I
shit.
think we should go on to The Promised Neverland.
Oh, shit! Okay, wait. Before anyone starts, let me just re-go over what happened. So, we're still going to talk about the last 2 chapters, but they came out at weird times. The first of the 2 chapters came out literally the day we recorded the last episode of this, but we hadn't read it yet. And then the last one came out more recently. So in these 2 chapters...
Thanks, Golden Week.
Yeah. Hey, no, they deserve a break, trust me.
No shit.
So in these 2 chapters, we basically have the end of the escape with them basically realizing,
and a major revelation.
Yeah. So we have the end of the escape. We see a lot of interesting stuff. And then obviously this most recent chapter, they do escape, and a lot of stuff on Isabel's past. Who wants to start off the discussion on this?
I guess I will.
Okie dokie.
Alright, so, first I have to say, the chapter had me in the feels.
Oh, me too.
Oh my god, like,
Oh God.
I honestly, I was trying my hardest. I was trying my hardest to say I wasn't gonna feel bad for her, but then this chapter just like slapped me in the fucking face.
Well, that's the sign of good character writing right there.
Yes.
Like she, like you can just from that. This is why I love manga too, because manga have, like, depending on the manga, they have good the storytelling, and it's just amazing, and you can actually feel like the hard work that was done in this. And
Yes.
I can see that here. It's like this is one chapter. I wasn't expecting a backstory. I was expecting more of like, oh, we escaped, and I thought they were gonna more so like not focus on the plantation anymore, just focus on the kids escaping. But before they did that, they just did her past what she's been through, what she's done, and you can tell she's generally cared about these kids.
Exactly.
She generally did care for them.
Do you mind if I cut in here?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. See, two things. One, what's interesting about manga, like you said, is you're reading like just snippets of things that are drawn, but somehow when a manga's good, it almost like animates in your mind. You know what I mean? And that's what I love about reading manga, because there's no filler, and you can just really appreciate the artwork. There's no filler. I don't care how shit the series is, it's still canon if it's in the manga. Anyway, I always hear that stupid argument. But hold on, let me finish what I was going to say. Also, I actually had a feeling, and this isn't me fucking bragging or anything, because normally I just say, I'd be like, I'm shit at predicting, but...
He's a manga specialist.
But yeah, maybe I'm not then, I don't know. But I had a feeling since, I believe it was chapter 26, that she had a weird twisted love for them. It was the chapter where she breaks Emma's leg. And she has that weird moment where she just broke this 12-year-old's leg, 11-year-old at that point. She broke this kid's leg, and then she from breaking this kid's leg, immediately goes into like a hug, like, oh, I'm so sorry, I know it must hurt so bad. And then she kind of has that conversation where she's like, I want you to live as long as possible. I know, you there's no escaping it. You have to be harvested, but I do want you to live as long as possible. And ever since then, I did have the idea of like, okay, well maybe she's accepted. She's still good on the inside, but she's accepted the circumstances and basically given up. So it's like someone that's like,
Exactly.
yeah, it's like someone who's
It's almost like Stockholm Syndrome.
So she looks at the circumstances she's been given, the life she lives in. She's like, well, I can't change this, so the most I can do is, one, become a mom and survive myself, and two, help these kids be as smart as possible to live as long as possible. Because remember, the better the scores you have, the longer you live. So that's why you see in this most recent chapter, you see the panels of her helping kids study. She always like praised the kids when they got good scores and stuff, because she wanted them to live as long as possible. Which I found fascinating about her character. Also, let's just dive right into the reveal that Ray was her kid. That was good. That was good shit.
That was...
Here's the biggest question that nobody's asked yet. Who in the fuck is the father?
I have my theory is that they honestly just have...
He's a deadbeat dad.
No. I literally just think that they... I think it's treated the same way that we do cow farms. I think they just have... Well, because the one panel we saw that gives us a hint is we did see a panel of a needle going into a, like an egg, yeah. Which is so they do it through there's a word for that. What's it called? That's the one. Yeah.
Artificial insemination.
Yes. So it's not like they're boning, but I do think that they probably have like just a bunch of dudes in a room jacking it, or I don't know.
Okay, as dark as that is, I don't want this to turn into borderline hentai.
Well, I don't think they'll show that. I think they'll imply that. Because that's what I think. That's one of my theories of what's going on with Norman. I think they're like, Norman, you're smart.
Actually,
you got good genes.
They've proven that you can just use like bone marrow.
Oh, that's true as well. But yeah, I guess I don't know. I hope they don't go into.
Okay, so we're gonna harvest this kid.
Either they do pure test tube children, or they have basically a synthetic womb, or they actually have humans that are just breeders.
Well, no, we know that it's not a synthetic womb. We've seen women pregnant.
Yeah,
that's the point.
But
are there also synthetic wombs?
I suppose, but from what they've been from what they've been implying, I think that they're still using, because let's be honest here, why be efficient when you have why do that when you have this resource that you've tamed right here? You have humans by the balls, essentially. There's literally no reason to do it all fancy. They can literally they can just, because every time you become a mama, because remember, every time you become a mama, they force you to have a kid.
Yep.
So it's there's really no reasoning for that.
So what I'm assuming is either they've got basically children. We've got the farm here. I'm assuming like a production plant in the background, and that's that center facility.
Could be there. Could be a long ways away. We never know. Probably not a long ways away. Yeah.
They've highlighted that they have this central facility there on.
That's true. Yeah.
I'm assuming that's either the demons that look more like aliens.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I'm still waiting for the time where they realize, like, oh, these aren't demons. They're actually this, because it's very clear that they're just calling them that because that's all. Because there's gonna be so much learning in these next arcs. These kids are gonna learn so much because all of their knowledge of the outside world, all of it, has come from books that are over 30 years old.
Exactly. So. We either have that as that central facility, and this is just demon, aka alien, or whatever the fuck they're going to call it, headquarters, or it's just basically a farm for just all the mamas here.
My theory is this, and then after I'm done talking, I'll finally let you guys talk. My theory here is that this is just one of many plants in the world.
Oh, I think no doubt.
I think that these kids that we're following right now, I think that they just happened to get lucky and be on the prime meat farm. Now, what I mean by that is, one of the first chapters we saw, the demons said, this farm is for really high class individuals that we give the best of the best to. I assume that means that there are also farms where they don't care about making the kids not think they're imprisoned. There could very easily be farms where these kids are not taught anything, they're just like vegetated state, or just like literally like brain dead, or not because they're not taught. That could easily be a thing. That'd be much darker.
That are just basically like fucking test tube children.
Exactly. So maybe this is just maybe this is
fucking empty calorie junk food.
Mm-hmm, maybe this is just like the organic prime meat one, and they're just the lucky ones because they get. They're the prime meat ones. Then there's like there's like horrible like KFC style like ones where like the chickens are overfed so much that they can't walk.
God. Okay. That's a really weird theory, and one that I could actually see.
That actually makes a lot of sense. Can you imagine them like, oh man, there's all these other farms. Let's go and let's help these kids, and they expect it to be like theirs, but it's actually like much darker.
Yeah.
Like that'd be crazy.
Well, it's bordering on setting now, so...
I think they should just suck it up and let it be a setting.
Let's just turn this into Hunter x Hunter 2.
Oh, yes. If they don't like it, they can just have them put a black power over it, like they did with Togashi. We can infer.
Yeah, but keep in mind that Togashi is a god kid.
That's true, yeah.
He could take a shit on the desk.
Yeah, I made that reference last time. I made that joke last time.
No kidding. But it's so true. He could just say, fuck you guys, I'm done.
And then beg for him back.
They get down on their knees and blow him.
God, tear. Yeah, what were you going to say?
This last podcast. What they're going to do now, what I highly believe it's going to be, is like just fucking search and rescue missions. There's going to be a time skip at some point.
I hope not immediately, though.
They're going to basically be a bit more militarized or something, to the point to where they are tactical. They figured out how to create radios or something. And what they're going to do is they're going to try and go in there, distract the mamas, and then get the children out, bring them back to their home base, and train them in order to be able to try and help everyone.
Mm-hmm. I think that'll be part of it, but I also think that there will be a massive part of this series that is like world exploration and building, as well as I would actually be quite disappointed if there's a time skip immediately. If there is one, it should be a lot later down the road, because one of the things we want to see the most is them integrating into the world, how they integrate it, how they build like a base, what their first couple days on the outside world is. So if they do a time skip now, I think that would actually kind of suck if they did a time skip right now.
Yeah, let's...
honestly, keep in mind, this is Shonen. Yeah, it's different from the classic Shonen, but I feel like the executives who are reading this are going to be like, okay, you need a time skip. I feel like they might force this manga to do a time skip.
No.
Just because time skips are so in the norm for...
Right, but typically they're a lot later. No, Thurman. There's they're so farther down the line with time skips typically.
Even
Like Naruto's, what was Naruto's time skip at? What chapter?
it was like
Naruto's
one.
time skip happened
It was like one something.
Naruto's time skip was at least 100 chapters. Bleach's time skip was like 480. No, 420. One Piece's time skip was in the 500s, I believe. So it just.
Well, let's be honest. There were periods of time where we have no knowledge of what happened in Naruto, and same with freaking One Piece and Bleach.
The point I'm saying is they would be very stupid to do that because I believe if they're competent at all, they'll realize that the appeal of this series is. People want to know how that breaking out of this wall is going to go. They don't want it to be like, okay, you know what we just skipped? The part that you wanted to see with us acclimating to the world. That would be very stupid to do. Very stupid.
Let's also be honest here. It would freaking ruin half of the fandom that's like, what's going to happen next? What's going to happen next?
Yeah.
These kids live in a world where we're fucked as a species.
Mm-hmm. Plus you had... Go ahead.
This is what I expected them to do. They're going to show them surviving their first few days. They're going to show some kind of dramatic scene where the demons are looking for them or something, or the farms are becoming a lot tighter and more oppressive with their security.
Which they definitely will.
Well, at the end we saw Isabella just
they're going to show something important like that happening. They're going to show a discussion between the demon leaders and shit. Then they're going to have, at the very least, 6 months, maybe a few months to a fucking year or even 10 years.
I feel like there will be a time skip at some point, but it should not be. I think there should be at least 5 to 10 chapters of them acclimating to the world first. And because I do want you to remember too that.
That's what I believe too.
Yeah.
Like I said, I can be a lot more forgiving if their time skip is like a few months or a year.
Mm-hmm. Well, because what I'm thinking too is
10-year time skip or shit like that. Then
it's pointless.
I don't think they'll do that. Right. I really hope not. But I want you to remember too, at the end of the most recent chapter, we had like 2 pages of Emma's like inner monologue here, and that inner monologue was basically the author telling us what's to come, because she says shit like, "We're on our own now. We have no society to integrate into. We don't have food. We have to hunt for that. This is our life now." That's let me actually get that up so I can read it verbatim. But like basically that's her saying that this is our life now, and it's almost, to me, it's like the manga creator saying this is what you can expect.
Yeah, and also inside that inner monologue, it actually gives us more of a sneak peek of everything that's to come, but also the way it's worded is so beautiful.
Yeah, here, I'm gonna read it. Give me a sec here. Almost there. Yeah. Okay, it's been through. We're still alive and we're living outside. There won't be any shipments. Okay, Ray is still alive. We don't have to shut our eyes to the impending deaths of our friends no longer. We are all free right now. But this isn't the end. See, to me, this is like the author speaking to us. This isn't the end. Once we're outside, there's a world full of demons waiting out there. We humans are prey. Living outside means we have to keep earning our lives to survive. Earning is in quotes there. We have no home, no food, not even a society we can integrate ourselves into. From now on, this is how we live. We do everything ourselves. And then this is the beautiful part. How cruel and yet how marvelous it is to live like this. It might be rough, but we will succeed and we will definitely return. Today is our first independent morning.
Now, remember, when they were inside the farm, everything was handed to them literally on a silver platter.
Yes, they remember the first chapter they talked about how good the food was. It was like gourmet.
Yep.
So I think that's going to be one of the fascinating things is these kids, especially the younger kids, being like so used to these gourmet foods. Like, nope, now you got to eat a raw rabbit. Rabbit we cooked over the fire or some shit.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Then that'll be interesting. Go ahead, Chris or Thurman. Either one.
Can't find it. Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm. Chris.
I definitely agree with that.
Yeah. Okay.
I hope.
Go ahead.
I really hope it becomes a battle manga.
I can see battles.
It doesn't need to become a battle manga. If it does, as long as
it doesn't need to, but that's the violence in me talking that I really want it to be.
But Thurman, why do you want it to be that? It doesn't need to be.
Not every single Shonen Jump manga needs to be some form of a battle.
Like, here, I'll ask you this, Thurman. Did you like Death Note? Thurman.
It was bad to me.
I can't say louder, please. I didn't hear you.
It was meh to me.
Really? Oh, okay. So here's what I've just found out about Thurman. He,
Oh, here we go.
yeah, okay.
Here we go.
Thurman is one of those people who cares more about fights than story. So what that means is that he is one of those people that typically would probably always, scoot on back to Dragon Ball Z as like the best thing of all time, even though it has no story. No, oh, sorry, go ahead.
That's wrong.
What's
Liar.
wait, hold on. Remind me what your
Okay.
favorite manga of all time is.
I gotta cut to a meme at this point.
Gintama.
Thurman, your favorite manga is Gintama.
I
Yes?
have a lot of favorite mangas.
Favorite of all time.
I guess I can talk about that. Yeah. I'll put it my favorite all time.
Gintama?
Okay.
Okay, I have
can
not read
respect.
Gintama. How's story?
I dare you to say something bad about Gintama.
I haven't read it. I should read it at some point. I thought it had a slow. I tried reading the first 5 chapters. I thought it was pretty slow, but I heard it gets better.
It is very much better.
But David, tell me, how is the ratio of story to fights?
It's about 50-50.
Okay. So,
Early on, it's very fucking slow. Just like Dragon
Mhm.
Ball Z, just like Naruto, just like any insert generic shonen title here.
I see what you mean.
Kyoto Hitman Reborn,
Ooh, that's pretty good.
which is from what I've heard the slowest
Slowest beginning in the yes.
build up.
It doesn't get good until like chapter 60.
All
That
the
had to
fucking
pass.
type shit.
Okay.
That had to pass because the Hitman Reborn started as a one-shot, but then it got popular.
Mm-hmm. It almost started as like a parody comedy manga.
It kind of did.
But what I
It was supposed to be a comedy, but they changed the author changed it to a battle. After it got popular because it was just a one-shot.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, I guess again,
At first.
all I'll say is, taking my favorite series of all time, for example, Hunter x Hunter. Hunter x Hunter, there are amazing fights, but there are, and anyone who's read it can attest to this. There are big chunks of that series where there's no fights at all. It's just
Exactly.
character development and story, and I love those parts just as much as the fights.
if the story's good, the fights don't matter.
And one of my favorite things, if I could find a way to more eloquently word this, I'd put it on a T-shirt, but I cannot think of a better way to word this yet. But like,
Watch
basically,
Chris do it.
yeah, thank you, Chris. Get on this once I say it. So I'm just gonna say what's on my mind. You try to formulate it better. Fights are only as good as the plot around them. Is how I try to word it. And what I mean by that is, if you have a fight that's just, it could be as crazy as possible, but you don't care about the characters involved. So let's say a fight in like a not well plot structured anime is like, okay, yeah, that's pretty, it's fun, but why do I care about these characters? Why do I care about these characters? Why do I care about, anything that's happening? But when I care about the characters, when I care about the context of what's happening in this fight, it's so much more exciting because I'm like, oh my gosh, this fight is for the fate of this, and oh my gosh, Luffy's pissed at this guy because he did this in the past. That makes the fight so much more exciting. So to me, yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
I'm just saying that I want to be a battle manga. I feel like this manga has the potential to do so.
It might have the
Keep in mind,
potential.
is this world literally, it doesn't, and it, like, you don't understand, like, the way she has, or he or she.
Yeah, we still don't know that. One day, hopefully we'll know.
Insert generic.
Are you assuming this Earth is gender?
Okay. Perfect.
With they,
Yes, use the proper pronouns, guys. By the way, I'm not hating on the community.
Oh, yeah, by the way, the only thing we're hating on is SJWs. People that take it too far.
Thank you.
The transgenders, go for it. It's just, when you're a douche about it, like...
Yeah. We're against people who are just like, you're either born male or female, that's it. We're not that
Well, I want to do like... I can't do it. How do you do like the spin thing?
Yeah, you can't with that flavor.
so they,
Go ahead, Thurman.
Okay, I'll stop.
No, it's...
It's fine.
They have
It's
potential
fine.
to make their manga not very about, like, for example, Reg, you said Hunter x Hunter does a very good
Yes.
Okay.
Go on, let me finish.
job at explaining their fights.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this could be the same way.
Yeah.
Sure, like honestly, I feel like there's going to be some type of, I could be wrong, but it could be some type of, they're going to have to fight, because keep in mind, you saw that the monsters or demons or whatever literally have a crap ton of...
I did notice that, and that is definitely a point in the this could be a fighting manga category. What I'm saying back to you is I'm okay with it being a fighting manga,
But it has to be done
well.
right.
The only thing I'm saying is I don't want. Hold on. Let me.
Hyper strategic.
Yes, and the only thing I'm saying though is it could be a fighting manga, but like I don't want the author to force it into being a fighting manga. I don't want the editors to be like, well, you're in shonen, so it has to be a fighting manga. Make it fighting, and then make it suck. I want it to be only if the author has good ideas for it. Yeah.
Okay, we don't want another Dragon Ball Z.
Which is, again, I respect Dragon Ball Z for what it's done for the series, for the medium and shit. I just think it droned on. Anyway, good.
Okay, and
the David D. Gunn.
if it's done to the quality, we've seen how smart these fucking kids are. If we actually have the strategy in this,
Hunter x Hunter style.
Not just Hunter x Hunter, but I picture them building their own guns. I picture them.
Ooh.
I picture them making this like guerrilla warfare style.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it doesn't have to have like a chakra or a nen. It could be totally equipment based.
I don't see this having like a fighting.
Yeah, exactly.
Combat and shit.
I would love that.
Just as long as it's strategic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't see them having like any type of like spiritual like energy.
Yeah.
But I mean.
Because they would have made that a plot point by now.
Probably, yeah.
I feel like this is like an arc. Like the prison escape was an arc.
It is. It actually said prison escape arc done, essentially.
Yeah.
At the bottom there.
So.
The first part was the arc that they're going through, and then now we're going like more so like battle manga arc.
Maybe.
In a sense, because now they're going to learn how to defend themselves, how to live. Because keep in mind that one way or another, they're going to have to confront demons sooner or later.
Yes.
True.
And they're going to have to defend themselves from them. Because keep in mind that these demons are very loaded. They have swords.
Loaded.
Thurman.
Especially those. I want to know more about the huge fucking dog-looking things.
Yeah.
They were huge.
Thurman, I'm going to have to say one thing here. Look at the equipment they made while they were inside with just the stuff that Ray had stockpiled.
Yeah, they're going to be geniuses. I mean, they already are, but like yeah.
That's why I said I don't picture it being the traditional battle style. I picture it being
equipment based.
Yeah.
As long as there's fight, as long as there's some type of fighting, I'm okay.
Yeah. But
and let me, I have a theory to share with you guys. I've it's Fred, you said before that you don't, spoiler, if you haven't caught up, you don't think that Norman has fully died yet.
No. And here's why. Let me just recap why real quick. When he opened that last door, he had a surprised look. This was a man that was very content with his death. Very content. And he was surprised by whatever he saw. So yeah. Go ahead. What you're saying, Thurman? Let him finish
first. I have a theory that Norman's gonna come back as evil.
That'd be a little cliche, though.
Yeah.
It'd be way too cliche.
Or he's going to be some type of something's going to have happened that's going to make him, or my other theory, they might turn him into a demon. Like
what?
I feel like these demons were actually human before, but they turn other people inside. So the mamas are there to either. They said that there's a farm that's eating them, but I feel like there's more to them than they're eating.
There might be more to it than that, but I have a sassy comment for you, and here it is. There's a reason that Chris is the one writing a novel and not you.
Okay.
Okay. Some of that's applicable. I definitely think there's going to be some crazy plot twist down the line. I don't think if Norman comes back as evil, that will be the most cliche, boring thing in the world. It should not be that.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway.
So. Another point that's being made here is every time we have seen a character die, they have died in a panel.
On camera, yes.
With a rose in their heart for some god-awful reason. I want to know the elegance behind that.
I like Chris's theory on that's pretty good. The fact that it's like a garnish.
Yeah.
But there might be more to that, though.
It is so freaking beautiful.
It's beautiful. Yeah, I love stuff like that.
And yet it's so twisted at the same time.
That's literally the panel when I got into that series. When I saw fucking Connie... With the, I was like, what the fuck? Good shit.
Like, one, is that some sort of a weapon that they've created?
Well, yeah. Anyway.
It's the most improvised thing.
I love it.
But it's so freaking beautiful. It's almost like a symbol of love.
Oh, it's so symbolic.
Taken to the most ironic level. So, and like when Sister Chrome was killed, I'm assuming we're going to see Isabella die.
Oh, I hope so. But like, either she's got to die, or we're never gonna see it, and then she's gonna come back like way down the line, like whoa, and then she can either die or she could be heavily demoted. Like she might just be demoted to like you just give birth to babies constantly now until you're. You know what's broken.
Yeah, you are our designated whore now.
Yeah, that could literally be it, and that'd be dark.
Yeah.
Are you guys still there? You've been very quiet. It just surprises me.
I'm letting you guys talk.
It just surprises me. You don't do that a lot.
But
Red, I think I need to go down to Michigan for a little bit. Visiting you. Visit.
yeah, Red's doing the most limp-wristed fist smack there.
No, I was imitating him. Trust me, he'd beat the shit out of me. I'm not gonna. Anyway, yeah.
No, I'm actually not a fighter at all. I wish I was.
Neither of us are, so it would be the most stupid fight in the world.
Next time on Kontrolled Khaos, we have a fight between Thurman and Red.
Oh, yeah, great.
It just turns into a stereotypical slap fight.
David, insert watch Mojo's top 10 best anime fight this evening.
Look at that shit.
That is the most beautiful scene I've ever seen.
That makes you sound like a psychopath, but like in terms of like art and like what like just the meaning behind it and like how it's just wow, it's like eye grabbing. Anyway,
okay, on to the next.
Are we moving on? Any final comments on Promised Neverland, guys?
No, I agree. It's great.
Chris, you still alive?
He got shanked in Walmart's parking lot.
Chris might be. You want to put it on video to see if he's still there?
Yeah, one sec. He's there.
His icon's there. Chris, he's there, buddy?
He might have stepped in.
Chris.
All right. Well, for now, we can continue here without Chris for now.
Okay, so the next one is.
I'll message him real quick.
Yeah. Please do.
Mm-hmm.
The next topic will be the Shonen Jump ranking system and its destruction of the industry.
Yes.
Which we opened Thurman's eyes to, like
Yes, I thank you very much, my friend. I appreciate you guys' help with that. I agree. Shonen Jump are a bunch of coldest bastards.
Okay.
That's just like, hold on. Excuse me, sir. Do you have time to talk about how the Shonen Jump ranking system is destroying the lives of authors? I know you'd rather talk about that than Jesus. It's very sad, but I know you'd rather talk about that.
You come to my door with that, I might actually open my fucking door.
Imagine if someone's...
It's like the meme, do you have time to talk about The Legend of Zelda? And they got the Hyrule Historia book there.
Well, there was a vine. And we'll get to it in just a second. There was one of my favorite vines of all time. It's like he knocks on the door and he's like, "Excuse me, sir, do you have time to talk about Jesus?" And he starts closing the door and he's like, "Titties!" And he's just like, "What?" And he's like, "You'll talk about titties and not Jesus?" And he's like, "But titties, yeah." Jeez.
Alright, spoiler alert, I'm an atheist, so if you come to my door knocking about any kind of religion, I will shut the door in your face.
I'm a Christian, but not a douchey one. You can attest to this, yes? Yes. Not a douchey one. Promise. You can probably tell considering I swear like anime and don't give a shit about most things that other Christians do. Alright, anyway, moving on.
Okay, so, if you don't know...
And I'm just taking...
Hey, you're back!
Hey, finally!
Where'd you go?
I was just sitting for a second.
Wow, you were just ignoring us? How dare you?
I just wanted you guys to get your point across the most.
Okay.
Did you have any final thoughts on Promised Neverland before we moved along then?
Just beautifully done. This is exactly what I said before. This is what I'll say again. If it does turn into a battle manga, I don't want it to be martial arts and all that jazz.
Mm-hmm. What
I want it to be is basically like Metal Gear Solid 5.
It's
not all combat. Most of that shit is careful planning, and then shit goes south, so your last resort is combat.
That'd be good shit.
Wait, Chris is back. Wait, what are we talking about right now?
Well, I was just letting him have his final thoughts on Promised Neverland.
Okay, anyway, Red, I'm going to let you start on the actual what the ranking system is.
Okay, yeah. So remember, manga specialist. Hey, I have a talent. I know, right? I didn't think so either. So essentially, every week with Shonen Jump, the people in Japan get there's like a little insert card, and you can tear it out and you can write in your votes and send it in, right?
It used to be in the American version of Shonen Jump until it's...
And then they realized no one gives a shit what Americans think. They literally don't, because Americans love Bleach and they still canceled it.
Exactly.
So, what was I going to say? Oh, yes. So, basically, they send that in, and 8 weeks later, the results are published. So, whenever you see a ranking, it is for 8 weeks ago. If your series is in the bottom 5 of those rankings, you are up for cancellation, essentially. It's very cutthroat, dog eat dog, etc. The problem with this is, that means you essentially have 1 to 2, basically 3 chapters in order to make your presence. Because, like I said, it's 8 weeks old. So let's say you're a new series and you're to chapter 8. If your first chapter doesn't get people immediately in love with your series, you have 2 more chances and then you're canceled, essentially. So this happened with stuff like Demon's Plan. This happened with stuff like Red Sprite. This happened with stuff like Barrage, which was the first manga from the My Hero Academia person, which I actually read Barrage. I read that weekly. It had a very interesting premise. Got canceled, I believe, chapter 14 or 15.
This is why when you go to scan sites and when you go to anything...
There are many manga that are just 10 to 20 chapters.
And
because
you're done.
Those are ones that got cut off. It is the old metaphor where you throw a noodle at a wall and just see if it sticks. But yeah, so that's how it works, and we're here to talk about how... Oh, and one last thing that I like to bring up, too, in my first monologue with this is Oda. Oda himself, the god of anime and manga, the fucking person who literally sells keeps Shonen Jump in business, essentially, at this point.
Yeah.
He has gone on record, and the good thing about Oda is since he has such a high standing, he can say whatever he wants. Same thing with the Gintama author, same thing with the Hunter x Hunter author. Oda has said on record that if he were to start his series now in Shonen Jump, it would have been canceled because of how he slowly built stuff up. And when something as popular as One Piece would not make it in today's ranking system, you have something wrong. A couple gems will get by, but a lot of series that would have had amazing potential if you just gave it more time are going to get just destroyed. Exactly. So yeah, that's my introduction to the topic. However,
certain video games.
Yep. So take Red Sprite for example. Okay, so take Red Sprite for example. It had an amazing premise. It was marketed as the Bleach successor. Inside,
it replaced Bleach's spot. Yeah.
But it was built to be the replacer. So if it would have actually taken off past 14, 15 chapters, whatever it ended up with, it would have essentially been one of the new Trinity, as they're called. You have...
Which at this point is pretty much, with how popular it is, it's almost like One Piece, Black Clover, and Promised Neverland seems to be the Trinity right now.
No, One Piece isn't Trinity anymore.
How is it not the Trinity? It's still the highest selling manga.
Okay, so Thurman is the type of person who still believes in tradition. When the majority of an anime and manga series is gone from the market, the new brand takes over, essentially. So, the Trinity before this new wave of manga came out was Bleach, Naruto, and One Piece. Still, marketing-wise, that's what we see today. We still see merchandise for Bleach poured out.
Not nearly as much, though.
Not nearly as much, but we have Boruto.
Hey. Yeah, Bleach is the only thing that's not milking the cow to its death, at least.
Sasuke, and he's going to become the Hokage.
Sasuke!
Okay, so here's my little disclaimer. I love Naruto as a series. If you take the filler out.
I think the end of Naruto got shit. And what I mean by, and I'm not saying, some people try to say it got shit at Shippuden. I don't think so. I think it got shit once the war started. Because you market something like a fucking war. And, the first half of it is literally characters that are so small and unrecognizable fighting that, who the fuck cares?
We have Tintin fighting, a weapon specialist.
We have this fight. There are better ways to integrate your minor characters. That was not good.
Okay, so there should have been character development for people like Tintin, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. If you're going to market a fucking war as your ending arc, and you need more than one character death. If you're going to have a war,
we got Neji dying, and that one random recon office that got blown up by the Biju bomb. That one, remember? I think Shikamaru's dad was in that one. I think.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Okay.
He showed up twice before.
Yeah.
I used to play shogi with you. Are you sad yet?
Literally, at the end of Naruto, I think they just took a dartboard.
Oh, absolutely.
And
Neji. I'm glad because the below is Choji. I'm not killing Choji. He's lovable. Just kidding, he sucks.
Literally as a character, expanding and
listen. As a fat guy who wants to cosplay, but wants his cosplay to be at least slightly bodily accurate, there are no interesting fat people in manga, at least yet that I've seen. And I'm sad about that. Choji sucks. We just talked about that.
Okay. Anyway.
He was the best person to come up with Naruto's gift.
Okay. So anyway.
For his wedding.
I didn't watch it.
Everybody was trying to rack their brains to figure out what the hell they wanted to give Naruto and Hinata for their wedding gift. It's like, you know what? I'm gonna give him tickets for a very, 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 very exclusive and high-end fucking tea house.
Wow, that's very Japanese of them.
And very beautiful.
And Shikamaru was sitting there trying to be all planning, and she's like, what the hell could I get him?
Such a drag!
Like, Choji, you fucking idiot, genius.
It's one of those things where like you're so stupid that you actually thought of the right thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is exactly what happened. Choji actually had 3 tickets. And Shikamaru's like, are you going to actually eat with them? I was like, no, I'm going to go. Just I'm going to leave them in their own room.
Great. Well, that doesn't make him a good character.
No. That just makes him thoughtful.
Him a good character, but at least that scene had a decent show of what he is as a person. It's like, he's well-thinking, but he's still an idiot.
Yeah. The lovable idiot.
Well, also, none of his fighting styles to me were interesting. It's like, okay, well, he turned big and he crushed people, and then it does nothing, like it always does nothing, and whoop-de-doo. Like, honestly, that manga to me...
I covered my ears, therefore I can't hear you.
That manga to me survived on... Like, here's the thing. Sasuke's character, utter shit, but his fighting was cool. Yes. I'll be honest, I love the way Uchiha's fight. Uchiha fighting style is awesome, but their characters are all whiny. Just
They're
pure
the generic emo characters. They remind me of my teenage years. Okay, anyway.
Despair.
When they were 12.
Anyway, point being is that
I just want to remind you, an Uchiha almost destroyed the world because he got friend zoned. Hey. Anyway.
No comment.
Would we all not do the same? Am I right, guys? No. No, we wouldn't.
That's debatable. Have you seen some of my friends that have been friend zoned?
My despair knows no end.
Anyway, moving on. That was the Trinity beforehand. Now, it's kind of up in the air because of this ranking system.
Oh, I'm surprised you remembered where we were going with this. Good job.
Like, we have My Hero Academia.
Oh, I fucking forgot about it. How did I... Yeah, of course. That's definitely...
God tier. God tier, God tier.
God tier.
Okay.
God tier.
God tier, though?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like,
it has
do you think My Hero Academia is at the same level as, like, Hunter x Hunter in writing?
In writing, no.
Okay.
But it has room to grow
Absolutely.
as a beautiful series.
It's good. But God tier is something that I'm not like Thurman where I say goat to everything. God tier is my goat. And for me, God tier is like One Piece, Hunter x Hunter.
I will give it God tier on the fact that it actually has room to grow, unlike most...
God tier potential.
Like, unlike most of the freaking shit we get streamed.
Well, a little bit of both.
This is what I'm going to say. This is what I'm going to say about this.
Yes?
Boku no Hero Academia.
Oh, he's going fancy.
Because of how they do their powers.
I love
exactly.
The
powers are interesting. A shitty power can be good.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
We have Mountain Lady.
Has power. Nobody's like, oh yeah, she can change gravity of herself in a few objects. It's fucking useless.
Yeah.
She proves it within the first few episodes when they're actually training better. That her power is a lot better than people think it is.
And just to bring something up, I know you like to hate on One Piece Thurman, and normally I don't, or not Thurman, excuse me, Chris, but I don't, and I wouldn't have brought this up if it wasn't so perfect to what you just said, but that's usually my argument with One Piece too, because One Piece has a lot of those powers where like you think about it, and it's like, what in God's name can you possibly do with that power?
Look at Brooke.
And then they do some, Brooke, the rubber one's the great, because when the first thing I thought of was Mr. Fantastic, and all I've seen is the movies, so, you know, the shit movies, and I'm just like, whoa.
No comment.
I can't. The main character turns into rubber. What is he going to do with that? There's probably 20 things, like over 20 different variations of ways he's used that. It's fascinating shit. But no, I just wanted to go on that tangent there because that's. I agree with you. I love series that can take powers that seem shitty and make them useful because that's clever stuff.
Okay, the reason I'm saying God tier is look at the shit we've had shoehorned out because of this ranking system. We have Robot Laser Beam.
Ha!
That's a golfing.
Who doesn't like golf? I'm kidding.
It is the most boring sport on the fucking planet, and I used to golf.
Nah.
Okay.
No, a manga about mini golf.
No.
Sorry, so let me.
Okay. The only thing I see with
Chloe, let them
me
talk.
get my take on this.
Okay.
First, two things. First,
If he says
the
no.
ranking system. After my eyes were open, thank you, Jesus. I feel like it's just completely flawed because, like David said, there are so many manga. Like there was this dancing manga that was serialized that ended like I asked at 86 chapter.
86. That's rare.
it got 86.
That's like making it to like senior year of high school, a week before graduation, and then getting canned.
Been there.
Have you?
Anime. Usually popular manga and anime by that time it Jump, but it didn't get anime, but it got axed. It's like Jump is too focused on money, popularity instead of actually getting paid.
It's true. I mean, they are obviously.
Red
Okay.
Sprite had. I feel like Red Sprite's art characters would have been perfect if he just planned it out more. Like
Yes,
his
exactly.
plan to go save all of his friends one by one, and build an army to fight basically the government was genius. Like keep in mind,
It reminds me of one of our friends, Alberto.
Oh gosh, are you really? Is this going to be a thing you're going to make me edit out? I swear to God.
No.
Okay.
the powers, like using electricity for powers, and how each person had a different way to use electricity for abilities, and like I really hate swords and guns. I feel like those two items are the most overrated weapons in fiction. But the way he used his sword to transfer lightning, that was electricity. That was amazing. Like
Exactly.
They didn't give it a chance to grow. And I'm disappointed.
See, that's when I stopped reading any manga inside of Shonen Jump.
I want you to know,
Plan.
I have a rule with I have
I'm
a rule.
following the same
Yes,
freaking rule.
I have a rule with new manga, and I've been following it since Barrage. Barrage, by the way, again, was the manga that the dude who wrote My Hero Academia wrote before My Hero Academia. It was called Barrage, and that got canceled at 15. So I have a rule that I consistently follow. I did it with Promised Neverland as well. I will not read a series until it's at least 20 chapters.
Exactly.
Period. And so I had friends telling me, one of my friends before, because remember, I know I got you into it, and I got Chris into it. Thurman was probably into it originally. But I had a friend named Andy. He was, since chapter 10, he was like, gotta get into this. And every week I'd be like, I'm waiting until it's 20 chapters, man. They could can it any day. And once it hit 20, I binged it, and I was like, thank God this is popular, because it's amazing.
And then, like a week later, he got me into it.
Yep.
So.
And this rankings, Victor, is the top three that are on thin ice right now is U19,
Yeah.
Prince Poro's Diaries, and I believe looking at the rankings. Hold on, give me a second.
Are these this week's rankings?
It'd still be 8 weeks ago. But
I know.
Doesn't matter.
Rankings that
I've never been able to find a reliable website for those.
U19, Tim and Prince Pearls and Hungry Mary are
Okay,
on thin
now
ice
see,
right now.
there's one of my issues with the stupid ranking system.
These two manga have been in the bottom three for the past 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Well, get ready for the axe.
It's the ban axe instead of the ban hammer. Like, seriously, Hungry Mary's is one of those series that is just a slow start, and it has so much fucking potential.
Remind me what that one's about.
Hungry Mary?
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like they're going to give it a chance, because keep in mind that Hungry Mary is made by the same guy who did Beelzebub. Recall, Beelzebub was very, very popular.
If you also recall, Beelzebub was rushed to an ending just like Bleach.
Exactly.
So I don't think that they're going to be nice to him, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah, let's put it this way. They're going to give it the Kubo treatment. And you're done.
He got 5 chapters.
I feel like the Beelzebub ending, I don't really feel
But
like
it was rushed. It was, though.
It was fucking rushed.
What year was it serialized? What year?
I will check. But it was rushed. That was like confirmed that it was rushed. People like fans. I've talked to fans, and I think there might have been a comment from the author at some point that said it was a bit more rushed than he thought, in like the most polite way he could, obviously.
Okay. Like,
how do you spell Beelzebub?
Beelzebub.
Got it.
Manga, but I didn't start my official manga career before 2015 because my first actual manga series that I got into was My Hero Academia that I got into. Now I've finished almost I have 6 manga that I've finished, maybe 7. I'm happy. So anyway, back to what I was saying is that these 3 manga have been in the bottom 3 for the past few weeks. U19 obviously being dead last, and
it's not that good. Okay.
Poros has been
it's not going.
Look up manga.
It's a small pass because it had a color page one time, and it's had I'm looking at the rankings, and it was at it had a color page twice, I think, and it's been
Thurman. There are 2 things, and going back to my original rant with not rant, I don't know, something with this. I forgot to add this. There are 2 reasons for color pages. They give them out for 2 reasons. One main reason, but 2 motivations. The main reason is to push the series, advertise the series, get people behind the series. But there are 2 ways they do this. Either one, if it's a new series, they'll give it a color page because they want people to be like, look at this new series. And if they're and they might give it one more to be like, one last chance. Did you guys like this series? Look at how pretty and colorful it is. And then we have the Promised Neverland example where it's just so fucking popular. They're like, yes, take all the color pages. So so I don't think that means anything good. I think that just means I think that just means they're giving it one more chance.
Okay, and as much as I despise Black Clover,
it got
Black Clover.
Looking for the rankings here, seems like it's got serialized.
Count the uhs, everybody.
I believe.
Actually, if someone legit watches this whole video and puts down how many times Thurman says I think he should legit send me a Steam card.
I have finite number of Steam cards, people.
So it seems like it started fairly recently. It has 10 chapters.
Yes.
9 chapters.
Which it's at the prime cancellation.
Yeah, it's right there, man.
Anywhere between now and 15, it could just die.
Yeah. So
and instead of an axe, I have a pocket knife from where I open that up.
The top 3 that are on Then I should be actually U19, Prince Pro's Diaries, and
Alright.
Huggy Mary I'm enjoying so far. I hope this gets added because I enjoy the music love art work. I feel like he does a good job.
Okay, so look.
U19, however, I personally don't have any issues, but
Thank you.
I'm almost caught up, and I feel like it's very, very rough right now.
Well, you know what that means. He probably knows he's on the axe.
Exactly. So
yeah, that's the same thing I was thinking when I read the last chapter. That they know it's going to get axed, so they're leaning it towards more of an ending.
Yeah.
Because it's
to be fair, it was not that great to begin with, in my opinion. I mean, I'm sure I'm going to get hate for this. You're welcome to debate me.
Care. I just don't care.
It was.
You said you follow the rule of 20 chapters. I literally the reason I don't talk about these manga is because I don't know about any of the manga under 20.
I've seen inside groups, art from it, okay, so this is U19 that's on the verge of getting axed.
The verge of getting axed.
I honestly, I can see why, just by what the scans that have been put on, Planet Unity, and put in people like Thurman who like to spoil shit.
Oh, bite me.
He spoiled Emma's rape face.
I was just walked in the door, and then, Thurman posted something. Oh, shit, it's the fucking chapter's ending.
Back to the discussion.
Yeah.
I can see why it's being axed. It had no room to grow.
Yeah, I agree. It's like a Code and Kid Next Door mixed with a Badagaban.
Exactly.
Code and Kids, really?
I
like that show, actually.
But they've done it so poorly.
The way the powers work, the way it's basically it's basically like a crossover between Code and Kids Next Door and Badagaban.
It's a stereotype within a stereotype.
Something like.
Adults are ruling Japan, and they get powers based on their adolescence. Like
Exactly.
it has to be like from a stressful event that happens in their life, and you gain like this power based on the event. And
although to be fair with the Daka box, some of those powers made absolutely zero fucking.
Color red's gone now. It's just gone. Don't question it. Don't question what it means. It's just gone.
I'm going to make the color red disappear from
That's what the Daka
existence.
box bothered me with it. It was a really good series, but some of the fucking powers were so. Like, they tried to explain it, but the way they explained it made no sense.
This is the problem I have with JoJo's.
My favorite that is
Season
Devil
1.
Style for Zenkachi.
Alright, so take
So yeah, I agree with you, David, that Unity, it's only a matter of time before he attacks. It's only a matter of time of when. Now, Demon Prince Poro's Diaries. I saw the first chapter, and for some reason it hasn't been translated since.
Probably because no one fucking cares.
that's also been another issue. There have been so many.
Are you gonna fucking say what I think you're gonna say?
There have been so many series just shit out of Shonen Jump within the last 3 years since they redid this ranking system.
I thought he was about to say there haven't been nearly as much illegal translations.
No.
Where are my illegal translations?
I will not condone that.
As long as you buy it out. I just buy the volumes afterwards.
Like, okay, so take series like Promised Neverland, which have not had a volume here in the U.S.
It's gonna though. Okay, so Viz said it was going to. I responded, OMG, yes, thank you, I love you so much for doing this. They liked my comment. Viz Media liked my comment. What up?
Congratulations, asshole.
Oh, you come on.
Like, seriously, no, there have been so many.
I'm so excited to have that on my bookshelf.
Like, there have been so many series shit out of Shonen Jump since they've edited their little ranking system to be this cruel. Translators have just stopped giving a fuck.
Money. Well,
I
think translators might follow the same rule that we do. Wait till them to know it's not going to be axed. You know, like, don't waste your effort on it.
Okay, my prime example. My prime example was one of my favorite translators that had been translating the RWBY manga. The minute it got Viz serialized, he's like, "Fuck you, I'm done." He's like, "I'm done. I'm getting so much."
I'm trying to find the explanation for that one power I was talking about, Devil Style, because it makes no sense.
It really doesn't.
Yoda.
I feel like that was plot. Devil Style was the plot, basically.
Like
Basically, some of the shit
Hamon.
that they were saying is like, you will never be the main character. You will never achieve the goal you're trying to achieve. Like, all the shit they listed was negative. Yet somehow it didn't matter.
Devil Style basically proves that he was stronger. He went against the plot.
Yeah.
Basically. Devil Style
Win again. That's kind of fucking funny. It's like some Deadpool shit.
Yeah, it really was.
Is this the script? Nah.
So,
Fuck the fourth wall.
You meet your love around the corner. There's a chance that you won't pick up like a certain thing that will give you the ability to fight the world. Like, it makes it as normal as possible. That's what Devil Style was, and that's why people were impressed with Tsukuchi is that he is the most normal guy you can be.
Yeah, the most normal character in the series, but like I said, the thing that got everybody is the way they explained it made no sense. Like your summary of it is better than the way they explained it.
Because they're talking.
Yeah, like
just kind of sitting
he
here.
all these godlike beings. That's how impressive he is because of how normal he was.
Okay.
We were just gonna let you guys talk for like a half hour if you want.
Sense at all. Like one of my favorite examples is the styles.
I think it's
running for your dreams.
Oh yeah.
Examples of some of the abilities in there that were interesting but still made no sense are styles, because this doesn't work for us that well because we speak English.
Hey.
One of the things was, for styles, it's like fighting abilities based off of speech.
What?
And one of the things
I don't remember that one.
They do certain things that mimic certain kanji. Like somebody would throw 2 stones and then throw 4 stones, and then somehow it would have an effect.
That reminds me of something else there.
So Yeah, in that case, Unite, that's the thing that Unite is great when they talk about that people can have an ability from a past trauma or something like that. I'm talking about that. So the point is, what I'm trying to say is that me and David are trying to say, I guess, honestly, the premise wasn't really original. What I'm trying to say. Like,
Face is
I
no
feel
original?
like this author was
I don't get it.
he was a fan of Conan Next Door, and he was a fan of Madonna. He's like,
That's literally what it seemed like.
And kiss.
Yeah.
But he did it in his own creative way. He did it in a sense of.
That would be like somebody that's a fan of Doctor Who and a fan of Star Wars mashing them together.
Ha! It's like Doctor Who, but with more space politics and midichlorians.
Exactly. It's two things that should make absolutely no sense together being smashed together.
I wouldn't mind a crossover, though.
That would be interesting. And Doctor Who just bashing the hell out of this politics of Star Wars.
It's just Star Trek
Well,
at that point.
A quote from the current head writer of Doctor Who: "The Doctor is a bleeding heart liberal," and I love it because he is. Because he was talking about why he doesn't get along with the Master, and he was like, "Well, the Doctor's a bleeding heart liberal, and if the Master was here right now, she'd be like, yeah, so what? I kill people. What do you think's in your bacon sandwich?"
See, I
really have to agree with me on this. On the, oh my God, Brett Park. No,
What the fuck? Are you in a hurricane again?
Hopefully it's not a hurricane. I'm really happy to agree with you on the comparisons that I did. I'm really happy.
I'm so happy. I'm so rarely agreed with. Trust me, I understand.
Because it's exactly what it is. It's literally just two series that we know for a fact that we put together and you mash them together.
Yeah.
So, Thurman, can I interrupt you for a second? Thurman. What is going on with your mic and your phone position right now? Because you were good quality and now you're like in and out. Can you figure out what's going on?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's raining really hard.
Why are you outside?
Like really? No, I'm not outside.
That's just wow, really? Well, can you? Okay.
Yeah, it's
Well, sometimes you're like nice and loud and clear. Try to keep that consistent if possible.
yeah. Well,
Okay, sorry.
That's okay.
again, he's in California. It could be sunny in 1 second and then pissing down the rain, and
I thought it was always sunny in California.
no,
Just like it was only sunny in what's that
Philadelphia.
show called? Yeah.
no,
That's a
it's
reference.
all the bullshit that goes on in California that causes that rain. It's just God crying from all the politics that go on there.
It's always a potential earthquake that'll kill half the population in California. Right?
One more freaking earthquake and it might be its own country
I'm
anyway.
legit like scared about that for those people. That would be bad.
I'm not. We're gonna lose some of the shittiest celebrities that don't deserve popularity.
Yeah, but I don't condone.
Goodbye, Kardashians.
No matter how much I don't like people, I never condone death.
I'm moving to Michigan to live with David. So,
What? Is this happening?
I have no idea right now.
And they kiss.
No.
Ship.
Do not ship us together, people.
I want fan art. I want yaoi. Oh, to the extreme.
No!
I will kill you.
Don't ask for Yoshis! Never ask for them!
Please do not make fan art of me.
If you look hard enough, there's pictures of Thurman and there's pictures of him. You got that picture of Thurman with the weird tongue thing going on? That could be his signature move in the yaoi. It'd be great.
I will fucking kill you.
And
I will literally fucking kill you.
Why?
Because that's how you get the views, Chris. The sweet, sweet views. That is absolutely how you get the views.
Views that are just because people want people to be gay.
Still cancer, though. Excuse me. Still cancer. Still views, though.
I'm leaving that shit in.
Views and cancer are synonymous, apparently. Because they are.
I'm leaving that shit in. You get your one fuck up.
I'm okay with that.
By all means, no.
I'm always down for leaving fuck ups in.
Because it appeals to 11-year-old fantasies.
Thank you.
First of all, Chris, you're actually taking this a lot more seriously than I thought. I was kidding. I hope you're not actually fucking freaking out. It was a joke.
No. The reason why I'm taking this seriously is because those 11-year-old girls that might watch this are going to take this seriously. They're going to try.
Why does it bother you? It's the same thing that we've talked about before, where you shouldn't let a fandom ruin something for you. Undertale's fandom shit. Yeah. Undertale itself is still a good game. It shouldn't bother you.
Meanwhile, Chris is making out with Red in a fan art song.
Hey, I don't fucking care. It's a fan art.
See on our fucking feed fan arts of any of us having another person's dick in our ass.
Well, because guess what? I want to clarify something to you, Chris. If we ever get...
I don't ever want to go on a Facebook Messenger or something. It's like, oh, I got a picture message from a fan. Let's see what it is. Like, and I have a dick in my
But
ass.
guess what, Chris? If you're expecting to get even semi-popular with this, in fact, I would argue that is the first sign of being popular on the internet. If you get sexual fan fiction made about you, you are officially popular on the internet. Confirmed.
Rule 34, real life.
But you have a choice. It's either that or not being famous, because it will happen.
Make fan art of my dog, please. Make a keys of popular.
Make fan art of me on the emu.
Or fucking the emu. It's up to you.
Pictures of me sitting there jamming shit in my car.
Oh, yeah. This would be a good... Hey, write this timestamp down.
Okay.
2:01:41. I'm going to edit in a video of Chris jamming out to the weebiest, kawaiiest shit. And it's the perfect juxtaposition because he's like this beardy, manly man. And it's just like... I love it. So, yeah. It's beautiful. It's actually one of the funniest. You know how we talk about series that are like so good that they're able to like move you to emotion without even using words? This is something that's able to move you to laughter without words, at least to me. Like I was sitting in Subway when he sent me that, and I was just like dying.
What the fuck? Okay, Chris, you have a bigger website to you than I thought you did.
Can you write next to it what we're doing so we don't forget?
Oh yeah.
Yep. Just like Chris video.
Alrighty. So,
I'm shocked you didn't have like Viking metal or something in.
No, I posted a video of me listening to the fucking Doom OST.
Oh shit, I forgot about that.
No, not that. 2016 Doom, which has actually received an award for best soundtrack of 2016.
Yes, it did.
I just want to say Terror Strong has the biggest pair of movies I've ever seen.
I didn't even hear what he said.
Something terror strong.
I heard. Oh, I thought you said a terrorist dog, and I was very confused.
I said Terror Strong has some of the biggest movies I've ever seen.
That's not what we're talking about.
Yeah,
Also,
we were talking about Yaoi, and I turned it from Yaoi to straight.
As much as I don't think we'll get popular, because let's be honest here, humbleness is very important in this procedure. But if we do, and we have the opportunity to meet Tara Strong, and this comes out, Thurman, you gotta be respectful. You gotta think about this.
Hey,
I'm thinking with the wrong head, please.
you don't understand my thing.
Intentionally sit there and yes, I find this person very attractive.
Right, but he said it's how he worded it.
She has big boobs.
As someone who's met her, she's the nicest
you
person
met her?
Yes.
Lucky little bitch.
She's one of the nicest people on the planet.
I've met
please.
Steve. All of the people that I've wanted to meet. I guess Naruto's voice actress was one I met, but she was much out of my age range to find her attractive. Not an insult. It's just I was like 19 and she's like what, 40, 50 something.
I have no idea.
So that's not an insult. I just don't find people triple my age. Anyway, Gon would know. That's still one of my favorite Hunter x Hunter moments. Gon fucking dated cougars. Confirmed.
Remember, if you ever take any advice from Hunter x Hunter, remember that Gon is into cougars.
I love that so much. That is canon. He's like, yes, there were some desperate women on my island. They call those types cougars. And Keela was like, what the fuck?
And Keela's face was priceless.
Draw inspiration from Gon.
There's cougar and then there's that. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh, beautiful. Well, because, yeah, Keela's like, you have dating experience? Anyway, that's good shit. What was the topic again? What were we
ranking
talking about?
System.
Okay, are we done with the ranking system talk yet?
Yeah, we should be done with the ranking system.
Yes, that went for like an hour.
Okay, I'm gonna have one final thing about that while you're looking for the last thing. Something that I always think of when it comes to this like ranking system thing is how you have to start out a series with like a huge bang now in order to get it popular, aka The Promised Neverland.
Perfect fucking example.
Yes. Now, what I used to think of was like I used to give the example of Full Metal Alchemist. Like, you know how Full Metal Alchemist starts with literally, like, the first scene is, like, his leg's gone, there's this crazy fucking thing, the monster that's supposed to be his mother, his brother's gone, it's like, what is happening? That hooked me. But what's interesting fact, if you've ever read the manga of Fullmetal Alchemist, that actually comes, like, 10 chapters in. And that's a monthly series, so those chapters are as long as, like, 4 chapters.
Alright.
So the anime actually changed the order and put that part first to draw people in, which I thought was very genius of them to do. But once again, I find the beginning of Fullmetal Alchemist is good, but it's very slow.
Perfect example.
Yeah, but anyway, so it's just fascinating to me. Anyway, but yeah.
Okay, my final thoughts. If anything is to be learned from the ranking system being changed the last 3 years to the amount of shit we've got, literally, is something needs to change. And it needs to happen now.
It incentivizes authors to not attempt to craft a very slow building story, but instead throw a bunch of shit and to see what sticks, essentially.
Yeah. It's like, here, let's throw this random shonen stereotype and this random stereotype and this one.
And somehow Black Clover worked.
Crazy thing possible.
For most people.
Like Michael Bay movies.
Yep. That's
Thank
what it is.
you.
Bay movie, except the explosions are anime fights.
Explosion!
Okay, so, literally, that is what it's become. Now, I'm going to be my counterpoint here. A magazine like Wizard or Kodansha.
Wizard.
And how they give them a chance to actually build a world, build
Attack
canon.
on Titan.
That's the most famous example. They wanted to dumb down Eren to the point where he's the dumb, lovable idiot like Goku.
Dumb down Eren, make it less dark.
And make it less dark.
Yeah.
Make it less dark. And the author said, literally, fuck you.
Well,
I will go
We're
elsewhere.
overusing literally. I don't know if he actually said that.
In his own way, by walking out that door, he said, fuck you. I will go somewhere else and look at the popularity of Attack on Titan.
I don't know if David killed the word literally, but he is dancing on the grave of the word literally. That's an iDubbbz quote.
I know where that came from,
okay.
sadly. The fact that he's had the balls to do that has made me respect
And I want to
that.
remind you guys, there was a year where Attack on Titan almost outsold One Piece. It was like within...
No, it's not you. It's the fact that he took that risk.
No, I'm not a big fan. Here's the thing. Attack on Titan, I'm on. It's not good. It's not bad, in my opinion. But what I will say is I respect
the
that.
animation is definitely better than the manga.
Right. I respect it, though. I respect it because it took a chance.
They do the animation so well that if you read the manga, you're like, oh.
That's what it came from?
I disagree, actually. I quite enjoy it, because if you think that way, then you would also probably hate the Hunter x Hunter manga, which I actually quite love manga that... Because a lot of people are so used to... Hold on, let me let you...
Really stylized the animation was for...
I understand, but because Hunter x Hunter is the same way because it's done... Hunter x Hunter is the same way because it's done by Madhouse, and Madhouse is god tier animation. But what I will say is when it comes to art styles, a lot of people are like, I want that very polished, very Kubo-esque, very My Hero Academia-esque art. And well, I agree that is good and very good to look at from time to time. I can also appreciate art that is not polished and what I mean by that is like manga like that. Hold on, let me finish, please. Otherwise, I will finish and then I will let you talk, sir. Otherwise, I will forget what I'm saying. And then I will shut up for like 5 minutes straight. I promise. I will put a timer on that, and I will not talk for 5 minutes. I swear to you. Anyway,
That would be a miracle.
I will do it. So basically, you see, so for example, you got My Hero Academia and Bleach, etc. The art of that series feels like it's been put through a factory. It's like there's no heart in it. It's just like it's like it's perfect and it's beautiful and it's like it's good to look at. But I also can appreciate art like Hunter x Hunter where it looks like just one guy who's just he's just him and he's drawing it. It has inconsistencies because it's actually a person drawing it. He doesn't have 50 people coming in being like perfectly straighten out this line. I appreciate like free flowing art that just looks like a dude who is like, I'm gonna draw this, bam. I like that. Anyway, I'm going to put that 5-minute timer on where I won't talk. Here it comes. Once I start the timer, I will tell you guys when I start it.
Okay, Chris, go ahead.
One Punch Man 1.
Open timer.
My argument.
Okay.
I don't care. I the timer hasn't started, by the way, yet. I like the webcomic.
Okay, so...
5-minute timer starting in 3, 2, 1.
The first one. The manga for One Punch Man is great. The webcomic that it came off of, though, oh my God. The artist himself even admitted the fact that he put no effort into it. He was just using an art program and testing it.
Yep. And
But then when he realized that people liked the idea and the concept of what he was doing, they liked the story for it and the concept, they just didn't like the art style, he decided to actually sit there and get serious with it.
One serious punch.
Exactly, and when he did that, everybody loved it. Now, like I said with Attack on Titan, it is a great story, and that was the biggest factor for the manga. It was a great story, but with how great looking the anime is, it might put some people off from reading the manga. And I have met people like, oh, I read a few chapters of the manga and I stopped reading it immediately because it doesn't look like the anime. The only reason why I haven't read the manga for Attack on Titan yet is because of the fact that it's not on my top 10 list of shit I want to read right now. My main concern with manga right now is reading My Hero Academia, finishing Berserk, reading some of the webcomics that I'm behind on, like Tower of God. I've fallen out of reading that a bit, and I need to figure out exactly where I got lost at.
Okay. So apparently Red has found out there's different artists between the webcomic of One Punch Man and the manga itself. I didn't even know that. So, yeah. There's that.
I put no effort into it and then decided to put in effort.
Yep.
This manga is great.
What the hell are you reading, Thurman?
I'm reading Yuri ga so no Yuda-san.
Oh. In English,
the manga
weeb.
I told you about, that's like a harem battle.
Oh, that.
Oh yeah, that brings up another point. Thurman's official rant a few days ago was,
Yes.
and I quote, "Harem anime is not as good as it used to be."
Yeah, that's our next topic, by the way. So, Thurman, take it away.
What topic are we on currently?
We just ended the ranking system.
We were ending the ranking system and decided to do a small little thing about it.
So the harem. Okay, now, most of you don't know. I'll just explain the genre a little bit. Let's start reading. Harem manga is basically where a main character, he's mostly male, but he can be female or whatever, is in a romantic relationship with two or more girls in a manga or anime, etc.
And it's just about, and the story revolves around how his life around,
her life around multiple people, how she gets close to each of them, and whatnot. Okay, so me, I personally love harem manga. I think they're really well done, and they have good story. Now, however, it does not mean that all of them do. Now, David tagged me in a
I didn't attack you.
and tagged me in a list of
yeah.
a cringy social justice warrior.
Okay, tagged.
Article that was stating 16 most boring harem manga protagonists that I almost threw up.
I did throw up at number 2.
so let me explain.
The reason why I feel like harem manga are as good as they used to be is because they're too, like, the love is already given at the beginning.
Too lover.
Let's take example, Nesikoi. Nesikoi and we'll take SAO, even though it's not supposed to be a horror manga. Okay. So the main characters from Nesikoi already had who he liked to begin with. Like, he already had a girl that he had a crush on and whatnot, whatever. And
that would be fine. However, there's no point in having a harem manga if the guy is already in love with that character. That just ruins the point. It's just like him being in love with the girl and having other girls come in. It's just having fan service. That's what a good harem manga should be. The ideal
All right, that is my that's my 5 minutes of not talking. You're stuck with me now.
No, it's my turn.
I know. I'm just telling you that's my 5 minutes of not talking. First thing I need to say is that you pronounce Nisakoi wrong. Go ahead.
Whatever. Okay, so here's my ideas for a good horror manga.
Oy.
You should go 100%. The reason being is because she had no idea of who she loved from the beginning to the end of the manga. She finally decided, okay, time to choose. That's for a horror manga. You should like every girl equally, and not
Where's the boobs?
decide. And every girl should be battling for his affection until she finally decides, okay, I need to stop playing around and pick who I want. And that's what makes a good horror manga is because it gets character development.
It seemed very lolly.
Show that, okay, he's growing up, and you know it's finally time. You know it's time to end. It's time to settle down. Some horror mangas don't do that.
She's got little.
You can take.
Have you noticed we're not listening at all to what they're saying?
And other ones, they already have their love interests beforehand. And another thing that pisses me off is how she doesn't necessarily pick who he wants, but she already knows who he's going to pick. Like, for example, High School DxD is a horror.
It's not.
It's a harem, he says.
It's harem, but it's forced fucking harem.
Yeah, David, you're a horror fan like I am, so you can pitch it at any time here. You know what I'm
Subscribe
talking
to
about.
Blue Crate.
You can pigeon at any time.
You obviously know that he's gonna pick Rias by the end of it. You know that he's gonna grow up, decide, okay, I don't want to be a harem. I want you, Rias, 'cause I like you the best. You know that's gonna happen eventually.
Yeah, it's gonna happen, or he's gonna. I'm honestly hoping he's like, no, you know what? Fuck it. I like torture. I want Akino.
Yeah,
but it's not gonna happen.
I like Future Diary. It's a good series.
He's naive right now. He's naive, and I guess that's fine. But I don't want it to be obvious. I want us to be clear. I want us to assume who he's going to pick. I don't want to be like, oh, we are going to pick him. I want us to know that it could be anybody could win this boy.
Okay, may I mention something real quick?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm only saying this because I think as a podcast we should not spread misinformation. And it happened to be during my 5 minutes of silence. What happened with One Punch Man is that Yusuke Murata basically was a big fan of the webcomic One Punch Man. The author of the webcomic, the one that did the shitty drawings, who nicknamed himself One, basically he was going to quit doing the series entirely. But Yusuke Murata, who I believe, did he draw, I think he drew Eye Shield? Eye Shield or something like that. But anyway, he's a great artist. And Yusuke Murata contacted One and said, no, please don't stop. Is there anything I can do to make you not give up? I'll redraw it for you, like, totally free of charge. Because I love it that much. That's what happened. That's how it went from shit art to good art, because basically Yusuke Murata is redrawing it for him. That's what happened. And just so I can clarify that, go ahead.
One second.
I'm accidentally trying to spread misinformation.
No, I wasn't being a dick. I just wanted to say, I was enduring my 5 minutes of silence, so I was like,
Yep, Shield 21. Confirmed.
Shield 21 is great, by the way. Watching the anime. Okay, so, David, my question to you is, since you're another, I don't know if Chris or Red like horror manga. Red think
I don't seek it out necessarily. I've watched things. I don't think you definitely wouldn't clarify this as harem, but like manga I've read with like romantic elements would be like Future Diary, GE Good Ending, shit like that.
Yeah, basically romance. That's just like horror.
No, I'm not a big fan of horror. It's just unrealistic, and it basically makes me feel less like a less. But it just makes me jealous, honestly. I'm just like, well, you know, I can't even get one woman to like actually just give me a meaningful relationship, and this guy's got like 7 options. So I'm just like, well, that doesn't happen in real life. It never will. Never does. Bullshit, David.
You have money.
Yeah, that's true. And you know what? If there's one where the main protagonist is rich and they're all gold diggers, that'd be fucking hilarious. I want to see that. Because that's realistic.
I'm sure it exists. Google it.
David, Chris, get it right in. Alright, so David, my question to you is, first, what are your top 3 favorite manga? And why do you think
Okay.
and if you agree with me, why do you think horror manga today aren't as good as they
Okay, first off, I'm going to start with a classic, and I know it's one of your favorites.
A classic.
Is Ichigo 100. is done properly.
Yes.
That has to be the best, most prime example of how a fucking harem manga should be. And the fact that everything since then has been forced into like, oh, here's 90 different chicks, and you can stick your dick in any of them.
Oh, that's gross.
It's literally how it is. Look at High School DxD. Okay, it might not be actually implied, but the fact that that's basically the freaking. I want to be the harem king. That is his goal in life, to be the fucking harem king. Okay, I love High School DxD.
Oh, you know what? I don't know if you'd count this as a. I don't know if you'd count this as a. Sorry, what? I don't know if you'd count this as a harem.
I honestly believe the harem king is a mistranslation. Versus harem.
I don't know if you'd count this as a harem, but I don't remember what it's called, but I have watched the one where the girl wants to have sex with like 100 dudes. Which one's that?
I don't think it's a harem.
Oh, okay. I have watched that. That was funny.
What the hell was that? It's been so long since
she was like I think she was like so fucking repressed that she was like, I just want to everyone. And then it actually kind of got cute because like she actually started being like, but I actually really like this one guy. It was nice.
What was the name of that anime?
I will look it up.
I forgot.
I think it was like a really long title that literally translated to I want 100 dudes or something like that. I don't know.
Oh.
So David, number 2?
Number 2, I'm going to actually shit the bed here and say I do enjoy High School DxD because of the art style.
Boo!
The art style is beautiful.
To jerk off to.
No.
Bigata HK.
Bigata HK?
It translates to... Where's the translation?
Now, the story-wise, it's shit. But the way it's drawn, the way it's actually... the lore in it...
makes it her goal to have sexual relations with 100 different guys. However, her insecurities as a virgin herself lead her to reject every guy who attempts to make a move on her. So, to overcome this mental barrier, she searches for a cherry boy, an inexperienced guy who will be here first. Good stuff. Anyway, continue.
Okay. The lore within it is amazing. The fact that they've actually translated.
He says.
They've actually translated all these demons, all these freaking angels into actual fleshed out characters. Actually, that's what piqued my interest, not the fact that it was actually a harem anime.
Is that the one where she does the boob dodge thing where her boobs flap up through the bullets?
No, that is
That's
High School of the Dead.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about that. Then all of my boos from previous, I thought he was talking about High School of the Dead.
No. I will not even consider that.
Okay.
It is a good horror manga. A horror.
No, I can't
anime.
take horror seriously if there's constantly boobs. It's just like Fairy Tail. I can't take the serious moments seriously if there's constantly boobs. Because the boobs will over freaking
Think of the proper head then, damn it. That's funny coming from me.
Sayeko Fusajima's boobs are faster than what Link has to be.
Smoke weed every day. Smoke weed every day. Smoke weed every day.
If we want to talk about reaction time, I dare Link to die.
That is the line of the podcast right there. Quote of the podcast.
T-shirt it!
Waiting for it. Chris, I applaud you. Alright, now David, your third one.
My third one, I honestly can't name a third one besides To Love Ru.
Yep.
She's got a sensitive tail. She's got a that's all I know about it. Just like, I'm gonna diddle your tail. It's like my vagina and my tits all in one.
Harem anime, and everybody gives me fucking flack for it, but this is only because I've been reading shit from this author for ages. And that's Monster Musume.
Yes!
Oh, hold on. I have a friend who is... I have a good story about Monster Musume. Do you mind if I quickly say it?
Yep.
Okay, so my friend is super into it. My friend Andrew Kemp, and he's cool with his name out there. My friend Andrew Kemp is super into Monster Musume. So he, for his birthday, I wanted to give him some volumes of that. And I was at the Barnes & Nobles at the mall. But I had to present that to the female cash register lady and feel very judged, essentially. I was just like... And I shouldn't even have said anything, but I did anyway because I'm socially shit. So I was like, I promise these are for my friend. And she was like, I don't fucking care. She didn't say fucking, but it's pretty much just like, yeah, okay. And I was just like, oh, I feel judged. Because that particular cover was like very bad. And I was like, oh, no, the judgment. But that's my story. Go ahead, Chris.
So much.
Okay, was it one with Pappy laying an egg?
Before it became an official manga or anything, he was just a regular
I'll
doujin
find out what
author.
it was.
Like, he made the premise for Monster Musume, but it was just a doujinshi at the time. So it was just basically a porn, like, one-shot.
Hey,
So
we all read some doji.
One-shot pornos, and then people were just like, this is actually really cool. I like this concept. I'm not kidding. That's how we started out.
Oh, I know.
I will give that an honorable mention, just because it's so fucking out there.
But the reason I respect him as an author is because he has such low self-esteem. There are some authors that will sit there and draw what they're actually like in real life, and now he views himself as a hermit crab. He drew himself as a hermit. He drew himself as a hermit crab. Doing fucking signing sessions.
Yes. So the cover that I had, the one that I was buying for him was the one where, like, one of the ladies literally has her boob fully out, squishing against another lady's boob.
It's Pappy and
it's volume 8, cover of volume 8, and it was like, why has it got to be this one that he needs? Why?
You should have skipped a volume.
All right, David. Now that we know your 3 favorite harem, what was the question I had after that? It was
do I feel it's become shit?
If you agree with me, why?
Prime examples of why it's become shit. Everything is forced. Take Sword Art Online.
I thought you liked it.
I do. It's not technically a fucking harem, but he has a harem.
Yeah, that's the best example of, like, he's just a stupid fucking nerd. Why does every woman want to bone him? Why? And I know bone probably doesn't work from women to men. I don't know. Either way, I just didn't want to say that loud because we're in an apartment. But
I don't care. Why does everyone want to fuck Kirito?
I slightly care.
It's my apartment. I don't care.
Well, it's actually her apartment. We had that discussion.
The thing is with me is that I can enjoy a good horror. Like, I'll say my top 3. The first one, obviously, is You Love Rue. I love it. I think the story is well done.
It's not over.
It had battle manga. It had, like, fights.
Didn't you say he was going to do, like, a spin-off or something?
Like him for a reason. And I like how he does already have a person that he likes. But spoiler alert.
Oh, that fucking sexy mosquito girl. Oh, something blood.
He actually falls in love with Lala, and I love that. He falls in love with someone else other than the girl he originally falls in love with, and he has a hard time. When he finally actually confesses to his love, and they finally get together, he has a hard time saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, I can't love you anymore because I like her." And he and you see that, David, you saw the last chapter.
Yes.
He literally, before he can even say it, tears start going in his eyes. And another thing I love about this too is that Haruna literally accepts this. She's like, she knows that she loves Lala just as much as he loves her. He loves her.
No.
And she doesn't want him to suffer. She doesn't want him or her to suffer because she would know the pain of not having someone that you love taken away from you.
Everything that Thurman's saying right now reminds me of a Vine that I saw once where it was like, the Vine was titled "I Showed My Therapist," and it was just this therapist looking at Callie and Marie from Splatoon, like doing a song, and the therapist is like, huh, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, what's the story there? He's like, you see, I'm just obsessed with these 2 waifus.
Besides Red interruption.
I waited a fair amount of time.
It's basically, I just like how well they did it, and how Haruna,
how there was natural emotion.
Lala doesn't even care. Lala's like, I accept the fact that you
different friends.
You also love Haruna as well, and she's like, okay, what if all the 3 of us get married? Like, she's accepting that fully because she's accepting the love that Rito's giving her, and the love that Rito's giving Haruna, and she loves Haruna as well.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's just thinking like human logic. Like, I'm pretty sure if you love someone, you want them all to yourself, and you don't want to share them. Hana's like, Lala's like, I don't care. I'll take you and her. You know, I love you both.
Fuck it, threesomes for life.
It's so fucking lame.
I just like how
so stupid.
there's a lot of character development in the manga. And of course, number 2, David, you already know, you should go 100%. You already gave reasons why, so I don't have to explain it. Number 3, I'd have to say the word God only knows.
Oh my god. There's one I didn't actually expect.
Yeah, because Nezuko is meh for a heart. That's why I'm putting it there.
This is true love story.
I like Love Hina, but it was
right?
good, but it was
the
God
feels.
only knows is great because of the fact that he chose who he wanted, and it upset everybody. It literally upset everybody in the manga. Nobody, it was literally a complete surprise. We had no idea who he was going to pick in the manga.
3 hours if you want to.
And the word that he did pick at the end confused literally everybody in the fan base, pissed off everybody.
Yep.
But the thing is, I was happy.
This is a good
Because
sign
he
that
told
we've
the
been
girls
out for
I
a long
wanted to
time.
do. I was laughing out loud. Everybody else was
I was
like,
straight up lolling and rafflecoptering. I'm saying it ironically, don't fucking hate me.
Like, I was laughing
The new
like, how
arcade.
fucking guys, he actually was the girl that was right for him.
So just had the stick
I
on the
did kind
bottom.
of feel bad for the other girls.
Nice. Can I see it?
I don't care. He told the girls that I wanted, so I was happy. So,
I'm just gonna show.
I've been rambling on. I apologize. This is my last few words about it, and then David, you can finish it off.
Oh, he'll finish you off, alright.
I feel like horror manga is a great genre. Technically, horror can be a subgenre because you can. Harem goes really well with like genres. You can do harem with like battle. You can do harem with fantasy. Harem with sports.
Yeah, harem can be a genre.
Well, harems can go so well with a lot of people, with a lot of genres because of how well it's done. And I like how this one guy or girl can interact with so many people, have some people fall in love with them because that one person is a good person.
Yep.
And I
Or
like that.
just a straight up douche, and everybody falls in love with the douche.
Okay, guys, let me interrupt this conversation for a second to just mention
Ruh-roh.
something stupid that I just saw on Facebook.
Oakley dokley.
And I quote, "Stay indoors, preferably underground in a bomb shelter. NASA predicts 85% loss of life after hurricane strikes."
So I'm assuming it's one of those
It's a
clickbait
hurricane.
things.
Barricane,
Yes,
I'm
hurricane
assuming.
where the bears are the rain.
Ah! That's amazing.
Next time on Sci-Fi
Shared by
Shitty
my cousin.
B movie.
Yeah, that's the spin-off to Sharknado. Hurricane.
I'm going to actually tweet that to Sci-Fi.
I'm going to say this right here, right now. I pitched the best name on the fucking planet to Sharknado for their second movie. The best name on the fucking planet. You know what it was?
What?
Sharknado 2, Second Wind. You know what they fucking called it?
But where's the
Sharknado 2,
shark
the
pun?
second one.
No, it's good.
It was just called the second one.
It's just not
I
cheesy.
wanted to call it Second Wind.
That would've
It
made more
was a
sense, yeah.
They had a contest asking for what the best name was. And they decided to scrap it and just go like, oh, nope, the second one.
Yeah, that kind of pissed me off.
I had a lot riding
But
on that.
Second Wind is the best name ever. It's a fucking pun.
Does it have the Barb seal of approval, though?
Oh man, David's mixes.
Oh, God.
Anyway.
Oh,
Hey,
please.
man.
Please.
Alright, are we almost done? Because we still, guys, we're already at 2.5 hours and we have a couple more topics.
This is awesome.
Well, it does prove that we're good at talking, though, which is what we need for this podcast. So,
Okay.
David, you
Okay.
can finish it off.
My last quote on horror manga and anime: if you're going to force it, at least make it worth my fucking time. I think you can agree with
If you're
that.
going to force it, just make it a hentai instead.
hey,
Hey, I'm perfectly fine with a hentai harem.
oh fap.
As long as it's good.
If you're going to force it, just make it a hentai instead.
Oh, David, little discretion. I forgot one harem. Tenchi Mu is a great harem series.
Oh
Like,
shit, I forgot about that. Okay,
Yeah.
so I need the timestamp when this is ending.
Yo.
Okay.
On to the next topic. On
On to the next topic.
What is the next topic?
The trailer for the channel and for each episode. 1 week in advance.
What?
Giving a breakdown.
What trailer? What now?
Thurman, you want to head this one since you're the one making
The
these?
video I made?
Alright, so every week I will be making videos. I mean, I don't know, they're not as special, I guess. They're just like random videos from an app.
It's one of those apps that like pre-makes it and you just plop in the text, you know.
Yeah. Until we get
stuff like
more
that.
professional.
I'm effing with you, Thurman. Half the shit I make is that too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
can't
I mean,
judge.
It's not anything special. I'm just doing it just because I feel like it'd be like an extra touch. Hopefully I can better make my own. But the point is, every week, every 2 weeks when we do the podcast, I'll be making 2 videos. The trailer video for what's to come,
And a sex video.
who's going to be on the podcast, what the podcast will be about that week, and whatnot, and an introduction video for the beginning of the podcast to
Hashtag Vape Nation.
Mm-hmm.
Just kidding.
to liven things up. We might have a video of a last podcast of a funny scene that we did be in there.
Yep.
We'll probably have like a quote in there from someone said or something like that. It'll be basically just like an intro to the episode. There'll be 2 videos, trailer and a introduction. Both will be different, different things in them. And if you want to check those out, check the trailer out, you can go to Facebook and join Planet Unity. They'll be posted in there, or you can go on my Facebook. They'll be posted in there. Or Discord. I'll probably post on Discord that we have.
You have a fucking Discord?
Yes, we do.
Yes, we have a Discord.
You didn't know that?
Welcome all 0 members.
No, there's like 20 or something in there.
And when we start actually posting videos for our YouTube channel,
First one's coming in a few weeks.
What is it? What is
Yeah,
it? Cringe? It needs to pass the cringe meter. What is it?
It is past the cringe meter.
What is it?
It is the live stream of the Injustice tournament.
Red just finally decided to actually post videos.
Just don't be
on our
cringe.
channel.
Don't be cringe.
It won't be cringe because it's actually sanctioned by both us and Social Gamer Pad.
I'll also be posting the trailers on our YouTube channel, so just in case you guys who are a part of Facebook or
Decided to get rid of the cancer that is Facebook.
It's good for
you can just
relative
go on
talk.
YouTube.
Ugh, fuck that.
That's what to expect for next
I
week.
like Messenger.
I don't have a date. I don't have a specific date of when I will be posting both videos, but
We'll get them on a semi-regular schedule.
yeah. So once we start being more
Oh god.
official in our schedules, I'll let you guys know when I'll be making
Hype.
videos. Keep in mind they're not special. They're just something that I'm doing because I feel like it's nice for us.
Something I want to bring up,
So,
actually. We've been discussing how eventually our quality will not be shit. According to David, June 1st, we should have better mics and better cameras. Hopefully.
I'm going to have to get a hub for this laptop at least, but fuck it.
Yeah, so let's take our cringe meter down a bit.
Yeah.
Now that the introduction's done, I don't know. Are you gonna show the videos right now or?
I'm going to transition to the one trailer you made right now, about 2:38. 43.
You're giving us a lot of editing. I'm just saying. It's okay if I had time, but I don't know if I want to come back here after stuff. I almost want to bring it back to I almost want to bring it to my
that's
house.
my take
if
off
possible.
Okay.
videos. Hopefully they'll get better. But that's it on that.
Okay, and the final topic for the night, the top 3 favorite heroes.
Wakatsunai hero.
I guess I'll let Red start.
Oh shit. Okay. I thought of 2 and 1. I've had a hard time with number 3.
Sorry, I'm driving right now.
Great. Where are you
Chris?
going, Chris?
Back home.
Ew.
We're not done yet.
I know. But it's like a 15-minute drive for me to get back home.
Okay, well then why don't you start? You should, considering we might still be talking when you have to stop, you should actually start with the top three heroes.
I mean, I'm gonna sit in the fucking driveway for a bit until we're officially done.
Okay.
I don't expect you to go past another 20 or 30 minutes from now.
Okay, well.
But, favorite hero from anime, manga, video games,
everything
whatever.
and everything. But start 3 and then go to 1 is, I think, probably the best way to do this.
She was just
Okay,
over.
I know I put thought into this, but now that I'm really thinking about it right now, I'm gonna say the Arisen is one of my favorite heroes. But the reason why I say that is because of the fact that in Dragon's Dogma, you start out as a regular fucking peasant in a fishing village.
Yep.
What is your motivation in life besides just to fish? What do? Then a fucking dragon comes in, everybody's trying to fucking fight this thing, and you're getting your ass kicked, and you're the first person to really sit there, you see this thing terrorizing your village, and you fucking pull up a longsword and you try to kill it. And this dragon chooses you to then go try and fucking kill it and get your heart back. But the reason why he's such a great hero is because of the fact that he is put through so many trials, and the fact that he doesn't really have his own opinion on anything. Your character doesn't speak much at all.
Yeah.
But the reason why it's so good is because your character has a willpower unlike anyone else on the planet. And that's why he's so powerful. And through that willpower, he is able to go defeat the dragon. He's able to learn that the Duke was a fucking traitor to his country. Defeat the Duke.
Do you not want me to do
Proceed
this?
to go and
That's fine.
fight
Oh,
God.
that's fine. If that.
My second favorite hero, through sheer ambiguity, would probably be the Chosen Undead from Dark Souls.
Dark Souls.
Like Chosen Undead, Good Hunter, Ashen One, any of those characters from the Soulsborne. The reason why I say that, he's technically not a hero.
Thank you.
He's my favorite anti-hero.
Hentai hero?
What I love
Anti-hero.
is that you can try your best.
Hentai
You can
hero.
try your best to be a good person, but in the end, learn that the ending that you chose actually will still fuck up the world in the end.
Exactly. That's why I was beating my head on my
You have
cane.
two options. You have two options.
I'm imagining you hitting the tip of your dick with your cane now.
Let the first flame die out entirely and set the world in perpetual darkness, or rekindle it and allow the Age of Fire to continue a bit longer.
Ah, yes. I've actually watched Game Grumps play that game, and I get that reference. It's so rare where I get those references. Deep shit.
The reason why I love that character so much
Hold on.
is because of the fact that you get invested in the characters, but then you see them pretty much die out and go insane. How the hell are you the one that's able to bear the weight of it?
All right,
Whatever
cool.
ending you choose shows your true motivation.
So these are actually superhero names.
It's not favorite superhero, Thurman, because that would be like Marvel DC. This is just hero in general.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like, not a villain, essentially.
I would even go with anti-hero if
Yeah.
you want.
Was that your number 2, Chris?
Yep.
I chose that. That was my number 2.
You got one more. Is this favorite of all time we're going to then?
These are just my top 3. I can't really remember exactly what my
no
favorite
order.
of all time is.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, no order. Number 3.
Numeral.
I would probably have to just say Doom Guy.
Doom guy.
He is no way, shape, or form a hero, but whatever he does is considered good because he's doing a fucking in demonic genocide.
Hey, I mean,
Simple. I like it.
like, seriously,
I
it's
do everything in hell. I'm a fucking asshole for it, but you love me.
That's funny.
I'm slaughtering it.
I mean,
Worms of demons.
It's
slaughtering
considered
demons,
okay
if
you're
there's anything to slaughter, is it?
nobody likes, like demons.
Except for
The
Satanists.
reason why I love these guys so much is
Oh,
in the
you
game,
Satanists.
the
You're
demons are
so weird, dude.
fucking afraid of him. Doom 2016, they added a bit of lore for
Oh,
it.
I'm sorry.
The lore
Do we need to edit that out?
No.
Sorry, go ahead.
That's the shit out
Our
of
Satanist
everything.
audience.
You went on a holy rampage that scared the demons to the point to where they finally found a way to seal him away.
Like,
And on that doom, it was scripted that he was called the Doom Walker. And even the angels feared this man. They said that may your rage never falter, and may we never, ever need your assistance again.
That's awesome.
okay, let's be honest here. They should have expanded on the story instead of just the multiplayer. Because the multiplayer was a cringe fest.
It was decent multiplayer, though. I have fun playing it.
I had fun playing it, but the freaking fact that everything that they expanded on was just, oh, here's another tool for the snap map, and here's another tool for the snap map, and a couple maps, but nothing story-wise.
So maps for the snaps and the snaps for the
It
maps.
didn't need DLC. It didn't need any of that shit. The DLC for the game was literally just you being able to create your own maps, and that's what they did for this Doom game.
The dope.
They brought back everything.
Oh, I think we lost him there.
Oh, I heard most of it.
Yeah.
Chris, you still alive? Testing. 1, 2, 3. Cool. Well, he was done anyway. My turn? Yes?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Thurman, wait, hold on. Just testing. Thurman, you still here?
Yep.
All right, cool. So my number 3. This is a relatively new one, but I'm going to say, and I always remember his nickname better than his actual name, but Deku from My Hero Academia. Here's why.
Glorious way.
Hey, you're back. Deku from...
Nostalgia, but it's its own thing.
Yeah, we missed about 90% of that. That last sentence there was gone there, Chris, because you were just out. Oh, yep, he left. Okay, they said he left. All right. Anyway, number 3 is Deku from My Hero Academia, and I'm gonna say basically when I started reading that series to me was like the opposite, because I had a problem with Bleach, and that series was the opposite of Bleach to me, and in a good way. And here's what I mean by that. Bleach, to me, the main characters were shit, but it survived on the side characters. My Hero Academia to me is the opposite of that. The main characters, as in All Might, Deku, and Uraraka, which I hate pronouncing that name. I still don't know how you're supposed to pronounce it. It's like Uraraka. Those 3 names, or these characters, are amazing. Like, it was one of the few manga I've read where the main characters are so interesting to me. But then the side characters, there are some good ones, but none of them are like really capturing my interest, at least yet.
Not even Mountain Lady?
To be fair, I'm only up to chapter 60. They just defeated, One Piece and One Piece and Promised Neverland has really captured my attention recently. But, and I'm going to catch up eventually, but basically, Deku to me is like one of the most relatable characters I've ever read in my life. And a lot of that has to do with the amazing artwork. And like I said earlier, I can appreciate both types of artwork. Artwork that are clearly hand-drawn, and artwork that is like polished to the fucking crazy level. The faces, the way that the author does faces makes these characters very relatable. They're just they can be so pitiful and so heroic, triumphant. And his backstory to me, I just love. The part that always gets me is the fact that even his mother gave up on him. That scene where his mother's hugging him like, I'm sorry we have no power, I'm sorry you're gonna be a reject in life, and she just gives up on him. It's good, and I think that he's one of the most relatable characters I've ever read in my life. I feel this kid. Especially, there's a scene where he's talking to Uraraka, which I always have to say that name slow, over the phone, and then when he gets off, he's got this face where he's like, phone calls with a girl, and he's like, he's a hopeless romantic like me. I like that. But yeah, that's number 3, just because I really relate to him, and like, a lot of anime characters do that trope of never giving up, but he does it well, I think. Number 2 for me is the Doctor.
Which Doctor?
They're all the same man, and that's what's beautiful about it. They're the same person with different personality quirks. Basically, if your brain got slightly rewritten, then you'd be the same way.
Exactly.
But I like the Doctor because he's just so steadfast as a hero, but he has moments where he's a real person and he has emotions. He's not just like Superman! Because, one, overly intelligent characters, like really intelligent characters that are really sassy about it, I love. Like, I think one of the creators said it beautifully. He was like, the Doctor is a character that can be the smartest person in the room, but also the dumbest person in the room at the same time. It's because he can not get obvious things, and he can be the smartest. He can understand faster than light travel. So I love the Doctor for that. I love the Doctor just because it's such a long running show. He's a great character. He's got great twists and turns. One of my favorite turns with him, kind of having an evil side is because he has so much power as a Time Lord. Time travel. You have to think about the power you have with that. There's an episode called Waters of Mars. Have you seen this episode? Mm-hmm. The end of this episode, the entire episode, he is at a base on Mars, and he realizes that this is a base where all of these people are destined to die, and their deaths kickstart humanity traveling into space and surviving as a species, essentially. So this entire time, he's like, I can't save you, I can't save you, I can't save you. And then he finally kind of snaps and is like, no, I'm sick of losing people. What's the point of a time machine if I can't save people's lives? So he saves these people. And one particular one, he saves her. They have this little conversation, like, hold on, come on, man, I gotta at least finish. Just because you cut off doesn't mean you can. What do you want? Yes?
No, I was just trying to see if you guys are still there.
Oh yeah, now you left for a good. Oh yeah, you left for. I think you probably shouldn't have left that parking lot, honestly. But luckily you were pretty much almost done, so I moved on to mine.
So who's next?
No, hold on. Let me finish my Doctor thing because he. No, that's okay. With the finishing off the Doctor though, in this moment of Waters of Mars, he has a talk with this lady that he just saved, and she's like, "But I can't be alive. You just explain this to me." And it's like, "Doesn't matter. There's no more Time Lords. I'm basically a god. What are you gonna do about it? I chose you for you to live." And she's just like, and he even has this quote where she's like, "Won't you mess up time?" And he's like, I save some little people every once in a while. She's like, little people? So he really lets the power get to his head. And that episode ends fucking beautifully, where this lady that he just saved goes in and shoots herself in the head because she knows that she has to keep time safe. And he has this like mental breakdown where he's like, oh my gosh, I've gone too far. Yeah, so I love stuff like that with the Doctor. And number one, and I'm curious about all your opinions on this, would you count an Avenger as a hero? And don't worry, it's not Sasuke.
I don't know who the Avenger is.
Kurapika from Hunter x Hunter. Yes, no?
Yeah, no.
He's a hero to his people.
Yes.
Just explain.
To me, Kurapika, one, it has to be from Hunter x Hunter because all of my number ones have to be from Hunter x Hunter because that series is like literally like it's like just below the gospel to me in terms of like how good it is. But basically, I think Kurapika. What F you? You say the same shit about fucking Code Geass. Anyway, Kurapika is a good good example of how to do an Avenger correctly. Let's compare Sasuke and Kurapika, shall we?
Oh god.
Don't compare goat to trash.
But by comparing goat to trash, I can show how much more, I'm not even going to say goat, I'm going to show how much better the good part is and how much worse the trash is. Point being here, you have someone that just basically turns out to be a whiny little baby. Okay, so Sasuke, when he decides to be an Avenger, he doesn't still have a personality. His personality becomes one-dimensional. This is my goal. All I can ever be is evil. All I can ever talk about is avenging. But Kurapika is still a person. His main goal is that, but he is able to have a three-dimensional character. He's able to still have moments where he laughs. He has moments where he's sad. He has moments where he's angry. He has moments where he's happy. And also, his dedication and conviction is shown better in one chapter than the entire series for Sasuke. Just the fact that he made his power. Basically, he knew he had to be able to enchain these Phantom Troop members, so he made it so his power, because in Hunter x Hunter, Nen works with restrictions imposed upon yourself. He made it so his power only worked, at least one section of his power only worked against people that are members of the Phantom Troop. And if he uses it against anyone else, he will die. So that one chapter alone is better conviction than all of Sasuke. And one last reason I'll say for the reason I'm so hyped for Kurapika right now is that, and if it'll ever come back, but currently in the manga right now we are neck deep in like pretty much Kurapika's final act as a character. This is his like character arc wrapping up because he has stated multiple times the person he's about to confront has the last of the eyes. It's all this is it. And he has this moment where he's like, and again, this is something Sasuke never thought about either. Like he has this moment where he's like, after I finish this, what am I gonna do? Like, this has been my life goal since childhood. When I'm done doing this, where do I go? What do I do? Do I have friends? What do I do? And he actually thinks about that. Sasuke was like, I don't need friends. I don't care. No, he's like a fucking person. So yeah, that's why.
Okay.
David?
I'll give it to Thurman.
Oh, okay, Thurman?
Number 1.
Mario.
Yeah, Mario.
Ah! Boo.
He needs no introduction.
Really?
Mario is a very good character.
The games are good. The character is one-dimensional.
Video game history.
Okay.
Oh,
Yes.
It's me, Mario!
Not only has
Italian stereotype here.
multiple backgrounds, he also passed on sports to go-karting and all this stuff.
Oh yeah, he's very proficient.
And he's so recognizable. He's gotta love him. Gotta love him. So yeah, I pick Mario for number 1.
Before you move on, I just want to make sure, is Chris still here? Are you here, Chris?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay, I was worried we completely lost you there. All right, go ahead, Thurman.
Number 2, Mega Man.
Oh, I do like that's all of his RWBY videos. I do like Mega Man though.
Which Mega Man?
X.
He's on par with Mario, which is being a badass character. Like,
He's got such a teenager.
he has a cognitive ability. God's here. He's an amazing character.
Hey, you
And I like each series is better
Shocked you
than
didn't
the last. Each Mega Man installment. Even with Zero,
Mega Man.
each Mega Man has a personality. They have a drive. They have a goal. And it's just the way they interact. It's just amazing. I just love it.
I dig it.
I've never actually had the pleasure to play any Mega Man games.
Chris, I would recommend Mega Man X is a great game. It's a great starting point as well.
Or just go get the Legacy Collection.
That too.
Yep, that's what I have.
How about it go get Mighty Number 9?
No!
That did not go well. And I'm sad that didn't go well.
I know it didn't. They did the fucking classic Star Wars joke, like, you were the chosen one!
No,
Yeah.
let me put it this way. It was so bad, it bricked consoles on launch.
Ah! The consoles just knew how shit it was.
No, it had a game-breaking...
I'm kidding, of course not.
I'm going to say it was not the bad part that did it. It was the fact that there was a glitch in it that actually fucking caused a malfunction.
Although, that is kind of like how my Wii U froze the night the Switch was announced.
Yeah.
It just knew. It knew it was dead. Anyway, go ahead.
Number 3 is hard. There's a lot of heroes that I like.
Wakatsunai Hero.
So, we'll just keep it simple
It's fucking from a video game, I swear.
and say
It can't all be.
my number 3 hero
He's stalling.
is...
He's stalling. Darn it.
Wait, I have it.
No going back.
Do it!
Nope, no going back. No going back whatsoever. My third one is Samus.
Called it.
Did you actually?
Yes.
None from manga or comics or TV or movies or anything.
Boo.
Video games are on par with books as a
To use an argument, I agree. But all of the video games you've chosen are ones that typically don't have a lot of story.
Okay, let me bring up a little bit of backstory here. Thurman's waifu is Samus.
Oh. Did he, like, in Smash Bros. Brawl, when you can, like, make her crawl all sexily, was he like, oh, yeah.
I don't understand how much I love Samus as a character. But she's like actually one of my favorite fictional female characters ever.
I'm sure he has a hard drive full of hentai of Samus.
I wish.
I have a meme picture where it says when Samus Googles herself and she's just like, oh.
Well, let me say, Samus is actually
My wife.
actually very well written.
I will agree.
It's surprising how well the Metro series is with Nintendo.
Okay.
You think of go happy-go-lucky with like Zelda, Mario, Kirby.
side. Like
dog.
Samus has had a childhood that rivals Guts. Like not only was she the child,
really
Was there a rape
child,
horse?
She saw her whole planet get thoroughly ravaged and destroyed
Still don't understand that.
right in front of her.
Reavers are
It's horrible.
She also
I
had
don't want to read
go
it
on
just
another
because of that.
planet, had to have their planet's genes get integrated into her, and then she had to see that planet die in front of her as well. But the 2 home planets that she lived on were killed, destroyed right in front of her.
You know what I really like from Samus's story? I like the part where like you have the baby Metroid that like helps you throughout the entire game, and then it like gets killed by Mother Brain. That's some good shit.
Every person that noticed you care about ends up dying. Kind of like Guts. She's the female Guts.
They should date.
It's like
Who would die first?
She seen both of her planets that she called home were destroyed. Literally, the thing that cared for her the most, gave its life for her, and she not only does she has multiple genes inside of her. She has human genes, she has the chosen gene DNA, and she has the Metroid DNA to prevent her from dying. Because
Go back like 2 sentences and start again. Hey, our video hit the max. Thurman, continue what you were saying.
okay, so basically, she has to get a Metroid DNA because the Metroids all died out, and their natural prey, like the things that they eat, were growing in stock, and so she had to get rid of them. And that consumed her and her armor, and for her to survive, she had to get the DNA from a Metroid, but I guess their saliva or something that they have naturally kills like their skin or whatever, so she has to get that and survive. And she's basically alone with the entire series. Like the Metroid continuity is similar to Legend of Zelda in terms of like certain games, the continuity are different, are all over the place. But she's very lonely. She's a lone wolf. She has to go around the galaxy in a ship by herself and stop all of these planets and all this stuff from ending itself from the Federation Force. David, I'm pretty sure that is like a safe word for you. Federation Force.
What?
So
No. Cancerous spinoff. No.
So basically, the reason why I like Samus so much is because compared to most Nintendo games and characters, she seems like the dark time of all of them. Like she has like her story's dark, the games aren't for fun, but they're kind of dark, and it's just great. Like she's just a very original Nintendo character. I mean, in a sense, you can technically say Kirby's games are pretty dark. I mean,
because Kirby's xenophobic. He kills everything that isn't him.
I mean, just if you look at the anime, I mean, hell, Kirby's people have basically died out because of a war,
Yep.
and it's like multiple universal war-being villains that Kirby has to fight and stuff like that.
Dude, Nintendo has 2 specialties. Okay, specialty number 1 is creating dark storylines and masking them with cute art styles. Splatoon is another good example of that. Splatoon is a post-apocalyptic shooter. I want you to think about that. Number 2, their second specialty is waifus. I mean, they've clearly mastered the waifu game. Let's be honest here. Pokemon Sun and Moon has like multiple waifus. The Splatoon with the plot of Splatoon like literally centers around fighting over the 2 waifus. Yeah. Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. So Nintendo's great with that stuff.
Waifus and dark subplots.
Mask with
Dark
cuteness.
subplot, yeah. Fun fact, David, let me just say this one thing before you get out of the floor. Fun fact is, in Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, in Japanese version, you guys know the partner Vivian, correct? David, have you played the game?
Yes, it's a trans person. Whoop-de-doo.
In Japan, Vivian, the partner, is actually a trans.
Yep.
And there's a subplot with her trying to be accepted by her sister.
Yep.
Wow, how progressive of Nintendo. That's exciting.
Wait,
What?
there's more to it.
Not being sassy, by the way. I'm just messing with him because I already knew the fact that he was trying to be like, ooh, I have a fact. Already know. Anyway, go ahead.
There's more to it, though.
Oh, yeah? Will it make my dick rock hard?
Go ahead, David.
Okay, you want to bring up how it was censored here?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll let you bring it up here, since you were the one that brought up the fact.
You hang up first. No, you hang up first.
Okay, so the fact is, it was censored in America to just be non-existent, basically, in the plot.
Hey. Land of the free, just kidding, fuck you.
Pretty much.
If I recall correctly, wasn't that part of like the big plot? But it wasn't the big plot, but it was like an actual subplot that they.
It was an actual subplot that was retconned here in America.
It's just like how the one Powerpuff Girls episode that never aired in America was one about defeating communism.
Yep.
I heard your wishes, little girl.
People say Nintendo's all kiddie.
Why not?
They have
All
the ability
Americans
to.
care about is killing communism.
Well, that's why it's so funny, because it's what was it? It was basically, I should send you that episode sometime. I think it's still on YouTube. But basically, like in this episode, like a magical like wizard thing comes and says, "I'll give this town peace if you give up your powers," and like basically it's like one of those like we'll take your freedoms to give you peace.
Yep.
And the reason it wasn't aired in America, at least in my opinion, is because that's what America is doing.
No,
Chris,
your
you're
mic is
yeah.
all but bad.
It's not his mic, it's his connection because he moved from his prime Walmart parking lot position.
Okay, so basically, people who say Nintendo can't be very kiddie, can't. Nintendo has the ability to make a rated M game, make a story. They just choose not to. So,
like the rumored rated M Metroid.
Never happened.
I could see it happening. I mean, they teamed up with freaking Team Ninja.
It sucked.
It might have sucked, but it had an amazing fucking story.
Oh, there was a great. There was an interview with Reggie
Really.
Fils-Aimé, the president of Nintendo of America. I think it was Pro Jared, and he was talking, and it was so great because Reggie's a great sport. He said he's the president of Nintendo of America. And he talked to this guy, and one of the questions, they were doing like a double interview where like he would ask him questions and vice versa. So Reggie asked him, he was like, "What's something that you've been critical about to Nintendo? And say it to my face." And he's just like, "Well, I've always said that Metroid Other M was a waste of time." And he's like, "You didn't like Metroid Other M?" And he's like, "Yeah, it was almost as a waste of time as he said some other game, I don't remember." And he's like, "What?" Yeah, it was great. I should find that video.
Yes. Link it in the description.
There's 20 things. If you're gonna fucking link all this shit, you better write down.
I know exactly what's going on.
Just Google Pro Jared Reggie Fils-Aimé interview.
Yeah. Link to your tennis channel, and we also need to link Retro Rhinos.
Write this shit.
Yeah. Utena and Retro Rhino,
Mhm.
and the one that I put in chat.
Hey, Chris, by the way, you're back.
Speaking of Retro Rhino,
Oh, here
I
we go.
apologize for interrupting.
Time to stroke my own
Retro
ego.
Rhino, I have also achieved the role of Renji in the animation.
Yes, because he's so talented, and it hurts my soul that I'm not as talented.
Hey, you got a major character.
Say again?
I try.
I'm fucking with you, man. No, congratulations. That's really awesome. And
You get a main character. Okay, I guess I'll go. Number 3. Kisuke.
Oh shit, he is good.
Yep.
He's the enigma throughout the entire series.
Yes. And God help us when Retro Rhino's actual animation of the final arc comes out, because every fanboy, such as myself, will be splooging their pants.
I showed you the Askin Kisuke bit that he animated,
Yeah.
remember? Yeah.
So, yeah, the fact that will actually see the light of day, if this
Hopefully, yeah.
If this
He's
doesn't-
got to get, in fact, and he has way more attention than us, but I do feel obligated to say, basically, the more help he gets, the more chance that this will actually happen. He needs more Patreons and more animators to help him. In fact, Thurman, if you somehow do learn to animate well, wait, are you just doing sprite animation or actual drawn animation, Thurman?
Sprite.
Oh, okay, then you probably couldn't help him then. Never mind. But anyone that can animate, anyone that can, give money to him through Patreon, go over there, help him out. It'd be great.
So we can get our final act.
Our
final
act works
art.
too, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Considering it's
I care
more than...
more about Retro Rhino right now than I kind of do the podcast. That's because we're growing.
Yeah.
He's talented enough to where he can get the shit that he wants. His opening video got over 100,000 views.
It's at like 130 now.
The fact that he got
Got
130,000...
130,000 videos. He got
And I'm proud to say my name's at the end of that. Red Alexander as a Patreon. Ha! I'm hyped for that. Wait, you should be too? Oh, no, you waited.
Yeah, I wasn't in the freaking open.
Although your comment has like hundreds of likes on it.
Yeah, that makes me happy.
2 days before it was uploaded.
Yeah, that sucks. That really does. I want to clarify something, Chris, that you said. I understand why you said it, but you said you care more about Retro Rhino than our podcast right now. I get that, but you best not back out on us. Like, nope, I have a more successful thing. I'm gonna
backing out on you guys. I'm never gonna back out on you guys. All I'm saying is right now, I don't care about as much as our own success than I do the poor starving artist.
Oh, absolutely. I thought you were
just trying to get enough money to pay his rent.
I thought you were implying, like, jokingly implying that you were gonna be like, fuck you guys. I have a successful role now.
Yeah.
I'm saying that Retro Rhino needs more love than us right now.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, so
Anyway, so Kisuke, he was an enigma. He's great powers. Anything else?
the fact that I've cosplayed as him and rocked that shit.
He got fitting hair for it.
Yeah.
Facial hair.
Yeah. So
Number two,
RWBY. Black Lagoon.
Never watched it.
Yes.
Yes. How to successfully write a female hero.
I'm still thinking Emma from Promised Neverland could be a real good one too.
Has potential to be it.
Yes.
More of an anti-hero, but still a hero. And the painful famous scene where she kicks a guy in the fucking balls. Okay, anyway.
That's the best weapon. Like, I remember.
Knife to the balls.
Yeah. Like.
Shoe knife to the balls, I should say.
It's the perfect weakness of men. Ah, my balls!
Go.
My weakness! How did you know?
That scene cringed.
Yeah.
Died inside of it.
Yes. Yeah. The minute I saw that, I'm immediately holding myself. Like, I feel his pain.
Poor dead guy.
Okay, and number one. Don't know if you'd actually call him a hero, but Eric fucking Cartman.
Boom.
I have the Coon and Friends flag in the background of the video the entire time just to hype
He
that.
can't be a hero. He's too much of an asshole.
I will call him the anti-hero because think of how he's progressed as a character throughout the entire series.
Guys, I just took a massive shit.
Okay, think early Cartman and then think now. How much growth of a character we have.
Oh, I haven't watched it. Other than the World of Warcraft episode that everyone's seen.
Okay, so he went from being the lovable asshole to being a superhero to being the most progressive character on the fucking show. He's basically now a background character.
I didn't know that.
I can respect how they've made him evolve.
He's kind of trying to put on the guise of being an SJW so he can get a girlfriend.
Yep.
It's funny.
But how he's evolved over the years is what's impressed me.
He believes in the views, but he's playing the joke too far, and he realizes it's in too far. He believes in what they believe, but he doesn't.
Exactly.
I'm gonna get a friend about
much as he puts on.
Yep. And the fact that he's fallen so far into it that he can't back out now is what's actually got me intrigued to see where they intend to take the story from here. They've already said they're not going to include Trump.
No Trump jokes. It's too obvious, apparently.
The fact that they've even said that that would be removed from the next season after they had actually made the entire previous season around the election. That they're like, we're not giving them any more attention. I'm actually curious where they're going to take this little SJW and freaking hipster storyline without a presidency joke inside of it. Because when you think about it, Trump is everything anti-SJW. And they are clearly making a joke out of the SJWs with the Cartman storyline. So it's actually got me intrigued.
This is the thing about the Trump presidency. It's
Do we really want to go into this?
I will. I will allow it. Because it revolves around what we were actually talking about.
Wrong.
Okay, go ahead, Chris. What?
No, that's what I said. It's just too easy to make fun of. That's why they don't want to put the Trump presidency in there.
Yeah.
It's too easy.
If your presidency is too obvious to make a joke out of, that South Park won't make a joke out of it. There's something wrong with it. That will be my only.
Did they go on like a copyright purge for Roundabout? I can't find any good video. Look at this. This is the first shit that comes up. There's like nothing that looks reliable. It's odd. Anyway.
Okay, I'll pull it up on Spotify.
Hold on, I'll put up a link on the messenger for it.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I just. Yeah.
So we good?
It's one sketchy, but it is actually good.
This is. I think this podcast is gonna come up to like 3.5 hours almost.
Okay. My last little shindig here.
Shindig.
My actual, as much as I love Cartman, I will say my actual favorite hero of all time.
Here's Lily.
No. He's too anti-hero to even be considered a fucking hero.
Alright, go ahead.
I'm going to get so much fucking hate for this.
From our, like, 50 viewers that only 5 of them comment, I doubt it, but okay.
And I'm prepared for Thurman to say something here.
Uh-oh.
I will actually say that Gaara is a great redemption story as a hero.
I agree. Nope.
What?
No, he's right. He's right.
Okay.
Wait, Naruto, right?
Yes. Look at how he was ready to die at the beginning.
No.
I'm gonna hear
No, he's right.
Look at how he was ready to die at the beginning. And then Naruto actually brought him over to the light.
No, listen, Thurman. Before you say shit, let me just preemptively get rid of your shit. I'm the first one to say Naruto got shit very quickly, but Gaara's character, I think, is one of the rare ones that like stayed at a very realistic, good pace. I liked because it's not like it wasn't like an immediate like I'm good now. Like he was even like kind of dark in the beginning of Shippuden, and then he had that moment where like people actually care that he was alive, etc., etc. But my favorite thing that actually makes me agree with David here is that there's one of my favorite moments of all of Naruto is the conversation that Sasuke has with Gaara at the Kage Summit. Because Gaara has this awesome moment, because Gaara is one of the few people in the series that just smack down Sasuke's emo-ness. Gaara's like, Sasuke, like, I'm very much paraphrasing here, but Gaara's point is essentially like, dude, again, paraphrasing, but he's like, dude, look at my backstory. Look at the shit I've gone through. Way worse than yours, and I'm fine. Get over it, you little bitch baby. That's essentially what he says to Sasuke, and it was beautiful.
Yes.
So for that alone, I do agree with David there.
Yeah. The redemption story, the whole fact that he was ready to die at the very beginning, and then became one of the most beloved characters, not only in the show itself, but in the fandom, just because of how realistically written he was, has made me respect him as a character.
Mm-hmm. But we can't get into a huge argument now because this podcast is already way too long. Yeah. So if you have a comment, make it like under a minute, please.
No, I respect the choice.
Cool. Chris, here, I'm just going to start playing the roundabout then. Final comments.
Like we said, links in the description.
Links in the description.
We got pretty fucking heated for a second, but I think that's going to make people laugh.
Yeah.
Because, screaming and yelling on podcasts is what everybody loves.
Also...
I got heated, but I was putting out...
No, you were putting out some... Yeah. Find him. You should really stick with that Walmart parking lot. Anyway. Okay. See you guys later. Yep. Thanks for the mic drop moments, Chris. Peace.
At the very end, there will be kill compilations. Peace.
Woot.
activity. Resume securing the container. Down to one friendly. Stop standing. Secure the container. Op 4 line.
Nice double kill, kid. Stand by for Titanfall.